solve that issue. Because you are living, and in the Garden of Eden was a peaceful place, go and do same. And the report I
I am at Eden Gardens. And just so you know, this is not the biblical garden that was home to God's first creation of man and woman, Adam and Eve. But right here in Accra, we are presented with a close opportunity to what it felt like to be in such a garden. And that's been made possible by our guests on this week's edition of The Untold here on GhanaWeb TV with me, Eche Atisu. Mrs. Alberta Ekusika Ado is the owner of Eden Gardens, and the interesting thing about her story is that this woman speaks to plants. You want to find out more? Come along with us.
My name is Alberta Ekusika Ado, but I like it when people call me Ekusika, because I believe the Sika will one day manifest. It will see on my body. Yeah, so I was born on the 8th of March, 1970 to late parents, Mr. and Mrs. Amwa Brown of blessed memory.
Her schooling years were filled with a lot of home training as well, because, as she says, you cannot run away from family business.
My mom was a caterer, so she really wanted me to help her in the family business, which I didn't want her to. But you know, you can never say no to your mom. So I had to do that. Before then, I really wanted to go to the nursing school, which I couldn't because she really wanted me to help her. So I went to Takoradi Polytechnic. After that, I worked with Panian Tobacco Company for some time. Had my own restaurant on the Agbegloshu Road in the premises of Ahmed Cold Store. That place belonged to Edward Akufo-Addo, the president's brother.
There was so much work at home most of the time, so much that even when she was at the boarding house in school, she needed to return home on weekends to help out.
When I was in Straightway Secondary School, because my mom is a caterer, a big one of course, every Friday after school, I need to take an exit to come home. When I'm in the boarding house, you will come home every Friday because Saturday you have to go and mount wedding cake. Then Sunday we are cooking for, say, from 200 people, either for lunch or for dinner. Before Sunday evening, I go back to Kaneshi to catch a bus back to school. So that was what was happening. It's not like, you know, sometimes in school over the weekend, you have time with friends, talking and all that. But for me, yes, we had that time too. So we can go for entertainment and all that. But certain times, I need to take Ezia to go home. My mom would even talk to the headmaster that maybe such and such a day, Alberta will have to come home on a Friday. So if you could grant her an exit.
Growing up in a house full of plants, little Ekusika grew up learning many tricks about tending to plants. Her love for plants also naturally came along.
When I was around 7 years old, in my home in Dansoman, we have lots of plants. What we see here is just something small. And being the little girl among the boys, I was the one who would water the plants, prune, cut, do anything that you need to feed the plants with. And I grew up with it. So I remember one day telling my mom, when I grow, I would want my home to be just as I'm seeing our home in Dansoman.
By the time Alberta Ekusika Ado got married, she had already unconsciously set herself up for life.
When I met my husband, we were courting, and I remember telling my mom, when I get my first pay, I'm going to give her money, get somebody to get me flower pots, to mold flower pots for me, which I did about 60 pieces. I was then courting. I didn't even know whether this guy was going to marry me, or even if by the grace of God, he got married to me, whether I was going to be in a compound house, a single room. But because I so much love plants, I did 60 pots. So that's by the way. By the grace of God, we got married. And madam, I had a big compound where I fixed all the 60 pots.
Strict as the word can be, Ekusika's mom made sure that no friend of her daughters visited them at home. But the uniqueness of the year 1983 in Ghana's history will change things a little for her.
When there was shortage of food in the country, we were queuing for flour, for maize, for corn, for virtually everything. But as a young girl, how old was I? Around 13 years. And my mother was so strict, we didn't have friends. In fact, nobody comes to the house. So my mom had closed from work. Around 4 p.m., this woman was coming home, and there were so many people in front of our house, lined up. What was happening? This young Ekusika, 13-year-old girl, I don't know what came into me, but I think from the very tender age, it's been me and the Holy Spirit. I got a little, mommy brought sorghum. Yeah, we had a little sorghum, we had flour. I combined both, made some rock bands and scones, baked about 100 or so pieces, and I decided to sell because there was no food anywhere. So I placed this in front of the gate, and people started coming. I was selling, they were buying, I was happy, all smiling. Kids will come, parents will come, fathers, they were just buying. So when my mom got to the gate, she was like, what is happening here? You could tell from her face, she was angry, what is happening? But when she saw what I was doing, she was so happy. And I don't even know whether she carried me, because she was like, hey, Ekusika, eba adwene no be witrim. Wana no ma odama adwene. Erade nhyrew. De ama enkofo ediban ma weidi. Inya eyi wo babia. And I was so happy. I was so fulfilled because I was able to put food on the table.
Unlike a foretaste of what her future would look like, Ekusika grew up with a passion that birthed the idea of passion for mother and child.
The Lord inspired me to gather teenage mothers, the privilege, feed them, give them a vocation. And I'm like, na me sika he na me wa me ba be teenage mothers and all these things. But before then, I was doing that on my own. I could go to town and I see people, I feel the need to give them money or ask them, come home, I have order on such and such a day, come help me and you get food to eat. I was doing that until one day I was going to the laundry. I'd parked by the roadside, crossed, took the clothes to the laundry. On my way home, I was listening to 88.7. So I came back, sat in the car, started the car, and all I heard was, you don't need any confirmation. I am your confirmation. I looked down, I was scared. So came out of the car, stood beside my car and was like, what is this? For how long will you stand out? I went back into the car and then came home.
It had to take more than a confirmation for her to know that this was indeed something God wanted her to do.
Another time, I was home watching Ben Hinn on telly, and a voice said, change the channel. Which I looked around, there was nobody. So I was now working under instruction. I changed the channel. It kept saying, change it. I kept changing till I got to Metro TV. It was around 11:30 or so a.m. And I heard Amanya Neba, a young girl of 19, being abused, blah, 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 with a child. And the voice says, go for her. I'm like, go for who? This is TV. How will I even do that? Says, go for her. Call and tell them you are interested in the story. I said, yes, boss. But then how do I get the number of Metro TV? I called my son. He got me the number of Metro TV. Immediately I called. I was connected to the newsroom. And I told them I was interested in the story. They took my number, and within a space of less than an hour or so, I saw myself on telly being interviewed. So we agreed in about 3 days' time, they would take me to where the lady is, somewhere in Aboso, Kain, around Kaneshi. So we went, and that was also a big news on Metro TV.
With the help of a number of other professionals, Ekusika got these young girls together and started training them in vocational skills.
There was this voice that told me, drive to Teshinungwa. So I went out. As I was on the Grader Estate, I took a left turn. Then I saw house for rent. I drove in there, spoke to the guys, and it was just a smooth deal. I took the place, started with a few girls I had, the one from Metro News, and a few people, and by word of mouth, people who came to hear, people who saw what happened on Metro TV, started bringing people. So I trained them in catering because I'm a caterer. I got people who were fashion designers and hairdressers. So we started at Teshi First Junction, opposite the Electoral Commission, for over 7 years. And after that, I went to Gempa to do some NGO courses, management courses, so I could manage the NGO well. It won't be like you are just doing it anyhow. You have to manage things properly. You have to do it and do it well. So I went to Gempa, did few courses. I've been there for three occasions. NGO management, I've forgotten the courses, but I did all that, which I have all the certificates there, so that it won't be like you've gathered girls and then giving them home training. No, not just home training. There has to be a book knowledge as well. You have to learn and learn well so that you know what you are doing. Learning advocacy and several of those things. Yes.
When COVID-19 hit in 2020, like many businesses, things with passion for mother and child also took a little dip, but it was also another great breakthrough for her.
On the 14th of March 2020, there was a lockdown. So we're not able to go to meet in our training center. I wasn't going anywhere. I was stuck at home. Then, like Steve Jobs once said in an interview or a speech given to one university, he said, you cannot connect things in the future, but you can connect things from your past. So I connected all these plans, all the works I've been doing since I was home. I was not going anywhere. I now got time for my plans.
Now, let's call her the woman who talks to plants. With every research she did into plants, unconsciously, she was building a business so much that she sometimes forgets to eat while doing it.
So I wake up early in the morning, do my house chores, then I'll come and sit in my garden, clean, prune, just like I was doing when I was 7 years old. Then I will start talking to my plant. You are beautiful. I like the way you are. I like the colors. Oh, how can one plant have 3 colors? So I was just admiring nature. And the Lord started talking to me. This is an oxygen plant. It can do this for you. It can do that. So I got so much interested in it, and all my time was always in the garden. So I'll take the picture, post on my status, some on my Facebook, do a research, talk about this. Maybe this is called Sansevieria, another name, mother-in-law's tongue. Then I'll just go find out why mother-in-law's tongue. And one says, I beg you, anyone listening to me, they said, the mother-in-laws, their mouths are sharp, their tongues are sharp. So that is then I'm like, wow, this is funny. So I'll just get the name, the fan. This is Zizi, this is Red Beauty. You see, I started learning the names so I could post them on my status. People got interested. Then they'll ask, can I get something for my hall? Can I get something for my bedroom? Which one do you think is okay for the bathroom for this? And we kept going. It got interesting. So every day you see me here working at nurseries looking for new plants, and I was so fulfilled. That was my passion. That was my heart, because I can come here in the morning, say 8 o'clock, I will be here till 6 p.m. My husband will have visitors and they are like, do you sell them? I said, yes. Can I have this one? I sell them. So I started going to the Volta region, buying pots and working with them. So,
but there was more that her plants garden was given that she never knew herself until this woman walked in one day.
I went outside the gate to just admire the pots I've arranged outside. And this woman was coming. She was like, oh, madam, do you know the one selling this pot? I was like, it's me. Just, oh, okay. I've been passing here every day. I want to stop up because on the roadside, I'm scared of the trucks that are passing. And I'm like, you can come and park in my house. And he said, no, I've parked behind your house. So I walked her in because I have lots of pots in the house too. So she just looked through what we have in there and we came in. Immediately she entered, she was so happy and was like, wow, you have a beautiful home. Can I sit? I said, yes. She sat and I took her through the plants. What is this? What is that? She was so happy. And she was like, who are you? What do you do? I'm like, ma'am, please, I don't understand. How do you mean? She said, when I was coming, I wasn't feeling well. I had this terrible headache. And as I started, I even wanted to ask if you could give me a paracetamol. But just as you spoke with me, the way you are so passionate about the plants and talking about them, I felt something just leave me. That's why I asked, who are you? I'm like, I'm a praying woman. and I believe in what I do. So I prayed with this woman. She was so happy, started jumping. I'm healed, I'm healed. I'm like, God, I thank you. She took my number that she will call immediately she gets home. And that was the end of that woman. I didn't hear from her. There was no call, and I've never seen her to date. Could that be an angel who came to tell me what you are doing is good, so continue on doing it?
Another woman also shared her experience about how these plants did more than beautify her home.
This lady, she's also a journalist. I don't want to mention her name. She called me one day and was like, Mommy, I took my little boy to the hospital, and this doctor, an Indian, said, you need to put a plant in your son's bedroom by the side so he could inhale this oxygen. It's going to improve his health. Immediately, she remembered me and called me in front of the doctor. So truly, I made the beautiful pot of Sansevieria, another name for snake plant. It has nothing to do with snake. It's just the design. I have one over there. It's just the design in it, right? That is what looks like a snake, but it has nothing to do with snake. Because the little boy was just around 4 or 5 years, I put decorative pieces around it. And to the glory of God, the mother came back to give a testimony to the extent that it went to bridge their marriage. It went to put their marriage together, and I was happy.
And then it was her husband and how he got healed from the effects of these same plants.
I'm so happy here. I'm so happy. And 2 years ago or so, COVID, my husband was attacked by this same COVID, which landed him in ICU. It was such a terrible moment. People around him were dying. I lost my cousin, late Ejakon's wife, Auntie Nana. I'll say it's my cousin or my auntie. We lost Sister Nana. But by the grace of God, and I believe by what I do, because I know taking care of orphans, the needy, is the heartbeat of Christ. So if you are able to do such, God gives you long life, and always sitting in nature, admiring and inhaling it. When my husband got back home from ICU, every morning, 5 a.m., he will come and sit in the garden, taking his tea, reading his book, having his meetings, all in the garden. And he so much enjoyed it. The breeze, the air that will just be going up and down all around him, just brought the healing speedily. He really enjoyed it, I must say. It was what brought about his healing. And I'm happy. Because I get most people, Mommy, can I come around? I feel terrible. I have this issue in my marriage. Can I come around? I want us to sit in the garden and then we talk about it. I'm like, yes, come, because I love to do that. And Charlie, the feedback I get is so fulfilling. So that is what has brought us here today.
Like everything in life, her work with these young ladies has had its own share of challenges.
Then somebody will ask, so have you forgotten about the teenage mothers? No, I had not forgotten about them. We always met on, we had a platform where we chat, we do our devotions and everything on platform. Sometimes I invite them to come over, we had a chat, but one of my facilitators had a place, so all the girls are there. I visit them, we talk, we continue with the school, we continue with all the advisors. So far it's been good. In Passion for Mother and Child, when the girls come, there's no any follow-up. No parent of theirs come to say, hey, Mame, we are in Teshi, so they usually speak Ofane, Imbile Bake Miake, O Chonle Ni no Hame, Ni, oh you are done. We don't hear things like that. No. I've never. But when you share the food and they take home, then they will call, Ofane, you are done. I said, Asida Yenya Media, because my gun is not very good. So you see, the same way we connected the dot from the past. What I did, that is what now I'm feeding people.
And why does she talk to her plants? Ekusika tells us the story.
So I continue on talking to the plants. I would come, talk to you, admire, and most especially when I work for any client, and the person is going, or we are supposed to pack the things in the car, I go close to the plant and I talk to them. I tell them, as you are going, let there be peace in that home. If there's any marital issue, go and solve that issue. Because you are living, and in the Garden of Eden was a peaceful place, go and do same. And the report I get from the client was so amazing, and it kept me going. It kept me going.
Why the name Eden Garden?
I decided to name it Eden because it was fulfilling. I had so much fulfillment here, the passion, the joy. People will come and they give testimony.
Ekusika tells us about some of the names of these plants and their significance.
This is the snake plant with the botanical name Sansevieria. Sansevieria, right? So these ones, it's good for your bathroom, it's good for your living room. It can go anywhere. It serves all purpose. Have all these. These are all fern. This is monstera. If you have this in your home, why wouldn't you love nature? Why wouldn't your love for God increase? He's a wonderful God. See the wonders of his hands. See, holes in plants. It's so amazing. This is another kind of phobia. It's another kind of phobia. That is aloe vera. It has several uses for the hair, for face, for bangs, for smoothing your face. You won't go wrong with aloe vera. Yeah. That's ready to be delivered. I need help, please. So this is the final work. This is our final work. What a thing of beauty. Isn't it beautiful? So that is our red beauty. Living Eden Gardens to its final place. And like I always do, as they are leaving my hands and my home, I say a word of prayer. As you live here, may the Lord go with you. May you bring peace in your new home. May you bring beauty and love, just as you are so colorful, so nice and natural. Every marriage in that home, let it be so. Go and glow as the leaves are glowing. Let there be peace. Let there be joy. Let there be abundance of everything. In the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. And that's how we bring a wrap to this week's edition of The Untold here on GhanaWeb TV with our guest, Mrs. Alberta Ekusika Addo. Thank you once again for joining us. As always, remember, there's news for you when you log on to www.ghanaweb.com. And as always, be kind to one another.
Welcome to the Lowdown on GhanaWeb TV. This is our first episode in 2022, and we hope to bring you quality programming with updates on information and issues that matter to you. My name is Ni Akwe Ismail Akwe. In this edition, we are going to discuss prison reformation, rehabilitation, and the state of our prisons, especially during the pandemic times. Our guest is not a prisoner, but is somebody who manages the affairs of prisoners. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back from the break. Our guest is Chief Superintendent Courage Achem. He is the spokesperson of the Ghana Prisons Service. Welcome, sir, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, my brother. Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you very much. How has the new year been for the Ghana Prison Service? That's the staff and also the prison inmates.
Well, I would say so far so good. We celebrated the Christmas and the New Year and the New Year's Day as well, and so both staff and inmates, we are okay as far as life is concerned.
Are there any special activities that go on during Christmas and New Year in the prisons for inmates?
Yes, you know, Christmas and New Year's are special occasions, so just as it is special for all of us, we try as much as possible to make it as special as we can for our inmates as well. So yes, quite a number of activities.
Like what? Parties?
Not parties as it were, but games, you know, activities, recreational activities that will keep them engaged and, you know, excited. We do those. And then people also come to celebrate with them with some goodies. And so we try to make it as much as, you know, possible, exciting as possible for them.
Okay. So in my research, I realized that there are 47 prisons in Ghana. Are there any more that have been added to the number of prisons in the country?
No, we still have the same number. But if we say 47 prisons, if you hear 47, then they're talking about 47 prison establishments. Because there are some establishments that do not hold prisons. For instance, the headquarters is a prison establishment, but not a prison. Then we have our training school, which is a prison establishment, but not a prison. And then the Senior Correctional Center, which is where the juveniles are detained, which we do not see as a prison because juveniles are not supposed to be in prison, and therefore we do not see that place as a prison. So it's a prison establishment. So
the Senior Correctional Center you mentioned, that's the James Camp Prison?
No, near the James Camp Prison.
Okay, so they're in the same...
What used to be the Ghana Bostal Institution.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the James Camp Prison is near the Senior Correctional Center, which has the juveniles.
Within the same camp, the same enclave.
Okay, so the officers work separately. They don't work together.
They are different. They are staff of different institutions, two separate institutions.
Okay, so which prisoners do we see on our roads with maybe some supervisors or prison officers? You see them in blue, and then they go around doing some work around town. Which prisoners are those?
Yes, those inmates are usually from camp prisons. When we say camp prisons, they are those centers that are meant for low-risk inmates or inmates who have spent probably the greater part of their sentence and are almost about going on discharge. They are inmates who have shown signs of reformation. That is how you find about 4 inmates being escorted by 1 officer. And all the inmates may be wielding weapons, cutlasses, for instance, and the officer has nothing, not even a stick, you know. So that is the category of inmates you see in our streets.
So they are from the 2 open camp prisons that we have?
Not only 2. Well, if you talk about Accra, then I would say essentially those ones will be coming from James Camp.
Okay.
But we have camps across the country, so you see them across the country as well.
Okay.
Usually from camp prisons. We do not take inmates from the highly, security tightens facilities out. I mean, as often as we do with the camp prisons.
And these prisoners, people ask questions a lot, like, wouldn't they run? Wouldn't they attack anyone? Have you ever recorded any cases of someone escaping during these exercises out there?
Oh, yes. The tendency for any person in detention to run to freedom is always there. So if you are an officer, you are escorting inmates, you always need to be on your guard, no matter the caliber of the person you are taking out. So yes, we have on few occasions recorded cases where some inmates taken out to go and work attempted or succeeded in running away from the officer on duty. Now, if you're an officer and you take inmates out, you are supposed to bring them back and account for them. If you happen to lose one of them, you would have questions to answer.
Okay.
Investigation will be set up to find out whether you willfully allowed him to go or through negligence. Whichever it goes, sanctions apply. Yeah.
And one common characteristics of these inmates that we see on the streets is they beg for money. And all of them keep stopping vehicles to ask for money, and people really support them. Is that something that you encourage?
No, we do not. We do not. They are actually not supposed to beg. But it all started when people started having some pity on them, and therefore started throwing some coins on the floor. And then they took advantage and decided to go into begging. But they are not supposed to beg. No, that is not why they are taken out. They are supposed to clean the streets, clear the streets, of weights and things like that. That is basically why they've been taken out, but not to go and beg.
So would you advise the public not to give them money?
Yes. And if you would want to do it in a way that is safe. Imagine a situation where maybe you are in a moving vehicle, then you throw money on the floor for the inmate to pick, and then he comes without watching other moving vehicles. We could have problems on our hands. But if you can stop at a safe location and say, oh, come, take this, fine. I mean, if it's your wish, you want to help, no problem.
Okay.
But even that, ideally, you should, if you're able to spot the officer escorting the inmates, it's better to give to the officer in the presence of the inmate, though. Then it's accounted for.
Okay.
But they're actually not supposed to go a begging. No.
Okay. Okay. So we recently had the census. Was the prisons, were the prison establishments part of the census?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So do you have the latest figures of the number of prisoners we have in the country?
Yes, as we speak, we have 13,743 inmates.
Is that inclusive of the remand prisoners?
Yes, all, the total population.
Okay. And that's still huge.
Yeah, it
because for years the prison service has been talking about reducing the number of inmates, and this has been an issue even nationally. Yes,
the fact is that our authorized capacity as we speak is 9,945, and yet we have 13,743. So that's roughly about 4,000 in excess. Yeah. And so it brings congestion in many of our prisons. That is what a challenge actually is. Yeah. And so a number of things are being done to reduce the congestion. Yeah. You know of the Justice for All program, which first of all seeks to give justice to whom justice has been denied, because it says justice delayed is justice denied. And yes. So the Justice for All program, the courts, instead of inmates being taken to court for their cases to be tried, rather set up special courts in the prisons where these cases are heard, and the result is that some finally get convicted depending on the evidence adduced in court. Some get freed, some get bailed, some are referred to some psychiatric or some hospitals for some further examinations. Yeah, so that's basically what happens. And the resultant effect is that it reduces the remand population in our custody.
Okay, so the remand population is basically what actually causes for the high numbers in the prisons. Is that so?
It used to be high and was a cause of concern, but that is gradually reducing. And I want to believe that we cannot attribute our congestion, as it were, to the remand situation alone. A number of factors. We seem to be getting more and more inmates, which does not match the increase in our facilities. And so that's basically what it is. But I was talking about the measures.
Yes.
You may have also heard of the intervention by the Church of Pentecost. That's come on board to build 5 camp prisons for us. One of which has just been, it was commissioned last year, somewhere around May in Ejura, which is in operation. One is almost complete at Nsawam. I'm sure before the end of this first quarter, we should have that also commissioned. And all these will come together to reduce the congestion further, and other measures being looked at by the Prisons Administration in conjunction with government. And I believe that we are on course.
So more prisons would solve this situation?
Yes, to a large extent, because many of our prisons have also not been purpose-built. And so some do not have the requisite structures and equipment and logistics that are supposed to help us go into adequate reformation and rehabilitation for our inmates. And so new and modern ones, like the one being done by the Church of Pentecost, will be very, very useful.
And there have been some other discussions, because you are talking about more prisons now that will save the situation, because you have the Ghana Prison Service, but others are also saying some sentences shouldn't be served in prisons. People should serve their sentences in their homes because of the level of severity of the crime. Is this something that the prison service supports?
Oh, yes. So we currently even have a draft bill which has a provision for non-custodial sentences, so alternative to imprisonment. So depending on the offense, you may not necessarily have to do time in prison. If those other options are available, what it is now is that our scope of sentencing policy is very limited. And so the judges and magistrates are constrained to use only those options available to them. So if we are able to introduce other alternatives per our code, then the judges and magistrates will have these other options to be able to explore, apart from, fine and custodial sentence. So yes, non-custodial sentencing will be one very important and lasting option if we should, as a nation, consider more the issue of congestion in our prisons.
Now let's talk about COVID-19. How difficult was it for the prison service to maintain, the pandemic within the prisons? Was it a difficult time for you?
Yes, it was. It was a big challenge, especially knowing very well how congested our prisons were. When we heard of what was happening outside the country, before we could even record the first case in Ghana, we knew that should we record a case within any of our prisons, because of how congested it is, it would be difficult for us to contain. Because we were also told that one key measure was social distancing. And the place is already congested. Are you going to leave some of them just to go home because the place? No, you can't do that. So social distancing is something we knew was practically impossible. And so from the word go, the Prisons Administration, in conjunction with other stakeholders, put measures in place to focus on prevention, and prevention. And that has done the trick for us. And I must say that till today, we have not recorded any in-prison case of COVID. All the cases of COVID we had in our prisons were imported from outside. I hope you get that.
I get it.
Okay.
So in the prisons, there was no case from there that was spreading, but mostly people brought it in.
Exactly.
So while they come, then they test, and then you get this. So what are some of the measures you took?
First of all, we had to abide by all the COVID protocols, the hand washing, all the others. Then additional to those were other measures such as suspension of contacts and group or church-related activities. So contact visits were suspended. So if you had, or even now, an inmate there, I mean a ward there, then if you want to visit, you cannot have a tete-a-tete visit, I mean chat with him or her as we're doing now. So we restricted all our visits to only those involving items being brought for inmates. So for instance, if you have a son or a daughter in there and you are bringing something, that is allowed. That will be received at the gate for him or her in his presence. But he stands away. You don't have any physical contact. We're doing that just so we can limit the possibility of any contamination from outside, because we know that once all the inmates were already there before the outbreak of the virus, then they were already, in a way, kind of, what's the term?
They spread the virus?
No, they were already in some form of confinement.
Okay.
And so it will be difficult for them to contract, but the danger will be those who will be coming in.
Yes.
So the reason why we had to suspend those visits. And then also we suspended our outdoor activities just so we could contain the situation.
Are they still suspended?
No, we are losing up a bit.
Okay.
So some are going out from time to time.
Okay. Are there rights for prisoners in the Ghana prisons?
Prisoners have all their rights intact, except their freedom of movement. So you have been sentenced to serve a term of imprisonment, so you are supposed to be in the prison. So you cannot get up and say, I want to go to the shopping mall. You can't get up and say, I want to visit a friend there or here. You can't just not get up and say, I want to go to the movies. No. So all those movements are curtailed. Apart from that, your right to life, your right to education, your right to what have you, health, all those rights are intact. Yes, so prisoners have rights.
Yes, I know so many videos have been coming out of the prisons, and there are mobile phone videos shot by inmates, and some of them talk about the quality of food, some of them talk about the quality of, their sleeping arrangements and everything like that. Do they have rights to complain?
Oh yes, why not? They have rights. And if we had the facilities, those were not the conditions they will be subjected to. So those situations are not punishment being meted out of them. They are compelled to have that because that is what is available. So if we had better accommodation facilities for inmates, I believe every inmate will have a bed, or if we could, even a room to himself. But it's just because we do not have or the luxury of all that, so we have to make do what we have. And so yes, we wish we could have better conditions for our inmates. And you talked about food. The feeding rate for inmates as we speak is 1 Ghana cedi, 80 pesos per head per day.
Per day?
Yes, so you would agree with me that is woefully inadequate.
1 Ghana cedi is 80 pesos a day?
Yeah.
For one inmate?
Yes. So woefully inadequate. And if I give you that, I wonder, your 2-year child, I wonder how you can feed him or her. But we have been performing what we term in our parlance magic, from what government provides, and then, we also go into agriculture. So we produce vegetables and, grains. So some of these loose grains and vegetables are used in supplementing what is provided by government. And then also we are lucky to receive some donations from well-meaning individuals. And all these are used in supplementing what is provided. That is how come we are able to at least sustain them. The quality may not be good, I agree, but you are sure that you have it every day.
It's a very, sad to hear about the level of financing towards the livelihoods of inmates, and I'm sure you open up to getting support from even private individuals, and all these other bodies are able to support.
Certainly.
How much do you get from, I mean, the corporate bodies and other bodies and churches and the rest, how much do they support the prison service?
I must say so far it's been good. Had it not been their support, things would have been more difficult. But we never have enough. So we still encourage more people to come on board. You see, the prisons are our potential second homes. All of us. You may never know when you find yourself at the wrong side of the law. You know, traffic offense is an offense. You could be driving before you realize you hit somebody's car. That can enter you up in a prison. A lot of things can take people to prison. So the notion that if you see a prisoner, then he's a criminal in court, I think it's not helpful. Our brothers and sisters in our prison facilities need our support. They need our care. Without that, they will not have the mind to even submit themselves to any reformation programs. So let's show them care, let's show them love, and I believe that they will come back as better people that we all want.
Let's show them care and love, and we'll be taking this break. We'll be right back to speak with Chief Superintendent Courage Achem. He is the Chief Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Prison Service. My name is Nia Akwe, Ismail Akwe. We'll be right back. This is a lowdown. Welcome back from the break. This is the lowdown. My name is Nia Akwe, Ismail Akwe, and our guest is the Chief Superintendent Courage Achem. He is the Chief Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Prisons. So we're discussing, the life of inmates in prisons in Ghana and some of the things they go through. I brought up an issue concerning mobile phone footages of the prisons. How do these mobile phones get into the prisons anyway?
Thank you very much. It's a very complex issue. A number of contributing factors. One is visitors who come to visit inmates in our custody. They always try to outwit, outsmart our system. I'll give a typical example. Plastic bottles are allowed in our prison. So, for instance, Tampico, which is in a plastic bottle, is allowed. I'm just giving you one example. Yes. There was an instance where a visitor came with, and when you bring anything at all, you would have to, our job is to inspect it. So the officers on duty had to inspect. Now, if you open the top, you will find Tampico. You smell it, yes, Tampico. Now, you know that Tampico has a label, and the label is at the middle part. So what they did was they compartmentalized the bottle into three parts. So the bottom that you can see, Tampico. At the top, Tampico. In between was stashed a mobile phone where the label is. So it took the, let me say, intelligence or smartness of the officer to detect the no. The weight of the bottle was unusual. So therefore, we had to split the bottle. That was how come we found that there was mobile phone in that bottle. Oh. So if you're an officer on duty and you see it without examining it properly, so, this is Tampico, and Tampico is allowed. The inmates take it. He goes away with a mobile phone and any other thing that can be concealed. So that is one. Two, I must also admit that we have a few unscrupulous members of our staff as well, who also collude with these bad inmates to bring in some of these contraband items. And so, yeah, it is a big challenge, especially mobile phones. And I must admit that it is a challenge for all detention facilities, not only in prisons, across the world. Across the globe. It happens everywhere. I was reading something recently where in one of the advanced countries where they have better systems and security measures in place, they were using drones to drop contrabands. So the fact is that in every detention facility, inmates would want to access what they need at any rate, and they'll go any length to be able to get them. So our duty is to try as much as possible to prevent these things. And where the facilities that will help us are lacking, it becomes a challenge. For instance, as we speak now, we do not have any, I hear it's called the X-ray scanner in any of our prisons, not even one. So we do manual search, and it's not everything you can detect through manual search. For instance, if somebody is able to put something within his system, manual search, you will not be able to find that because the thing is already within the person's body. So if such a person goes in with something, then, so it is a challenge in all our prisons. And,
so there are no scanning machines at all? Even the handheld ones?
That is the one we have, the one that can detect metals.
Metals?
Yeah, that one we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I don't have the one that can detect maybe food in the pockets, so where you could see on a screen, the ones that are used at the airport.
We don't. We don't. Not even one in any of our prisons.
Wow. Then it's going to make your work very difficult.
Yeah, it makes it difficult. But you see, in security, we have what we call the static security and the dynamic security. The static are the structures and equipment. The dynamic are the human beings handling the structures. And so if the static is lacking, then the dynamic would have to be augmented. So that's what we do. We try to up our game as much as possible to be able to detect some of this and prevent their entry into our prisons.
Because we know narcotic drugs are being sold in the prisons. We know prisoners calling, I mean, they do phone call businesses from the prisons, and all of these are going on. And I mean, officers sometimes don't even know, they don't even see. Maybe it happens in the night, and in the night they are logged in, so officers are not there with them. So some of these things come up all the time. Do you see it as also a dent on the prison service, or you see it as a regular occurrence because it happens in other jurisdictions as well?
We see it as a challenge because that is not what is supposed to be the ideal situation. We would wish that it never happens. And so we keep fighting against it. That is why we conduct regular and routine checks. So we do these searches so that we can retrieve some of these items. Because once the thing is able to get in, then there must be a way to retrieve it. So we conduct searches and retrieve some of these items, all in a bid to fight the situation, I mean the canker. Because whatever we are able to do, whatever we do, the things keep finding themselves their way into our facilities, and therefore we need to be able to retrieve them so that we can minimize at least the effect.
Prison infrastructure. I know we've closed some prisons or some forts that were used as prisons in the past.
Yeah.
Are there any more prisons that we need to close down? I know it's a tough question.
It is a tough question. I would say yes, because we still have some prisons, as I mentioned earlier, that were not purpose-built. Some were colonial structures, maybe military armories that have been converted into a prison. And so you will not have the appropriate structure that are supposed to hold a prison inmates. So yeah, so if we are able to build new ones, then those ones can be closed down. If we are, or at least we can rehabilitate and modernize them, then they can be used as prison facilities as it should be. Otherwise, once you are not able to do those, then we still have to keep using those ones.
I hear there are silos that have been turned into prisons. Which prison is what used to be a silo?
I wouldn't want to be specific.
You wouldn't want to say, okay. Silos and other things, I mean, colonial buildings and all of that.
Yes.
Now let's talk about reformation and rehabilitation of prisoners. What are some of the new, rehabilitation exercises or reformation exercises that have been introduced to the prisons?
All right, thank you very much. First of all, the NRC, the 46 of 1972, which spells out the mandate, says that it shall be the duty of the Ghana Prison Service to ensure the safe custody and welfare of prisoners, whenever practicable, and undertake their reformation and rehabilitation. And so, yes, we have safe custody, welfare, reformation, rehabilitation. Safe custody, first of all, what it means is that it is our duty to ensure that the person does not run from our custody. That's one. Then two, it's our duty to also ensure that nobody comes to attack the person within our custody. For instance, if you hear that I've raped your sister and you see me walking about, what will you do? I'm not sure you will let me go scot-free. So those who have committed offenses in our custody are kept safe for their own sake as well. Reformation rehabilitation. We have a number of programs. First of all, we see crime as a disease. So we have diagnostic centers, especially the most modern one is at Nsawam, where fresh inmates, those who have never been on remand before, fresh convicts, I must say that all these structures or measures do not apply to remands because the person has not been found guilty, so he's not a prisoner in the first place. Okay. So fresh convicts who have never been on remand before are kept at this diagnosis center where trained officers engage them to try to find out what might have been behind their crime and find a way out. This is where sentence planning is done for them. This is where we are able to determine that, okay, so you can continue education because you were in school before you had your case, or you can go into tailoring, or you can go into some other, arrangements. So we have measures that work on their minds. So that is what we have, the reverend ministers, the imams, psychologists, and psychiatrists. So they engage these inmates to work on their mindset in the first place. Then we have formal education, because we have also realized that the more illiterate somebody is, the more susceptible he is to crime. And so education is also very important in the reformation process. So we have started since 2007 formal education. So our inmates, as we speak today, go to school and sit for BEC, WASI, and quite recently, the University of Cape Coast, with the support of Volta Foundation, we have enrolled our inmates into tertiary program where they are reading different various diploma programs, at Nsawam, to be specific. And I must say these measures are working quite well. One thing we have also noticed is that those who were quiet, untidy, unruly, by the time they start to enroll in some of these educational programs, you get them to be decent, see them to be now, seem to be positive-minded and that kind of thing. Those who are withdrawn because of they feel dejected, they begin to get some excitement. So the education is quite useful. And then also, it's not everybody who can go to school, and therefore we do some other programs for them, which we call the vocational and technical programs. So we have inmates who are receiving training in carpentry, tailoring, batik tie and dye, crocheting, macrame, kente weaving, quite a number of some of these vocational activities for our inmates.
So with the educational facility in the prisons, what's the highest qualification any inmate has ever attained in the prison? Is it
for now,
degree?
it will be the WASI.
Okay.
Because the diploma program is now at level 200. So we have not produced any graduate of the tertiary program yet.
Okay.
Yes, so the highest will be the WASI.
Okay. So which prison for establishments take on these reformational, exercises? Is it only in Nsawam?
For the basic, we have it at in Nsawam, the Kumasi. But the tertiary program at the moment is at Nsawam.
It's at Nsawam.
Yes.
So if any other person is in another prison that doesn't have these schools and other things like that, what can the person request for it?
So arrangements can be made for you to be transferred from that facility to where you can have access to this. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's quite a very interesting scenario, because I've ever been to Nsawam. I was privileged to go in as a student of journalism some years ago.
Okay.
And then I think we saw the basic school system in the prison. And they had a computer there at the time. Some people wanted to learn how to use the computers.
Yes.
So what's their pass mark? Are they doing well?
Interestingly, right from the word group from 2007, from BEC to WASI, it has been 100% pass. 100% pass. That's what we have recorded year on year, So I think it's been good so far.
And after the pass, they are able to enroll for the next level.
Yeah, so if you do BEC and you pass, you enroll in senior high school. So you continue to write your WASI.
And what certificate do they get? Do they get a certificate that says they studied in a prison, or
no?
Yes. Okay.
GES approved awarded certificate.
Okay. And they can get a job after they serve their sentence.
Yes, they should be able to access job after serving their sentence. But I understand there's a law also which bars inmates from accessing any public sector employment, at least for after 3 years upon discharge. So that also is a bit of a challenge. And I think as a nation going forward, it might be a law that we may have to take a second look at.
So after 3 years, they can apply to work in the public.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Okay. Do you have any?
But you also have quite a number of opportunities where you are asked the question: do you have a criminal record? If you answer yes, it means there's a question mark on you. Yes. So until we begin to take a second look at some of those requirements, it means that people who have gone to prison, no matter the circumstances, no matter the qualifications they get in there, when they come out, they may not be able to access some employment.
Now let's retract back a bit. I just want to talk about prison babies. This has been an issue some time ago, and where so many inmates have babies in prison, and they have to be with their babies. So we have the babies growing up with them in the prisons. What's the situation like right now?
Okay, so I must say it has been improved. We had to create a baby-friendly unit. So we have a unit currently in Sawam and some other female prisons where mothers with babies are kept separate from the other inmates. And so that has worked so far so well. And the baby will stay with the mother until he's weaned. If he's weaned, then the parents, if they are willing, can come for him or her, or otherwise will liaise with the Department of Social Welfare and have him or her taken to a children's home. Yeah, so that is what we've been doing. And as we speak, we have only one baby currently in Sawam.
Only one baby?
Yeah, one baby.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Mr. Courage. We'll be right back after this break. This is The Lowdown. My name is Ni Akwe Ismail Akwe. Welcome back from the break. This is The Lowdown. My name is Ni Akwe Ismail Akwe. We are talking about prison reform, rehabilitation, and our prisons as a safe place to keep inmates. Our guest is Chief Superintendent Courage Achem, is the Chief Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Prison Service. So we're talking about prison babies. You said there's only one baby all around the prisons, and no, sorry, one baby at the moment in Sawam. Now, prison officer recruitment, and we've seen so many people scamming people, saying they are doing recruitment for prison service. And I saw a website that's applyghprisons.com, which says is the platform where you can apply to be a prisons officer. Is that a real website?
Yeah, that one is real. It was created for this 2021 recruitment exercise. And I must say at the moment we are done with recruitment or selection of people to be trained as officers. We are done with that. What we are doing now is the training. The training is structured in phases. So the training is ongoing, but recruitment as a process is over.
Okay.
So if somebody approaches you now and says he wants to have you recruited into the prison service, that is a big lie. We are done with recruitment. We are doing training now. If another window opens for recruitment, again, we will announce it just as we did in the previous one in our papers. Normally we use the state-owned media, print media, the Daily Graphic and the Ghanaian Times, we announce, and then our website. Apart from that, no other, avenue. If anybody uses, especially social media, to say, I want to recruit you into the Ghana Prison Service, you must be watchful. That's a scam.
So if you want to be a prisons officer, you only have to go through that website,
yes.
Or you can buy forms as well somewhere else?
Yeah, so the forms were sold online.
Okay.
Through the recruitment portal that we created. Yes.
So after that, anything else is fake?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what's the plan for the Ghana Prison Service in 2022?
Thank you very much. A lot, but I will just talk about maybe two key ones. The police administration would want to take on board the issue of reformation and rehabilitation of our inmates more seriously or more adequately. And so we need support from both government and individuals and organizations to be able to do this. The Director General of Prisons wants to at least have a place that we can call a rehab center for our prison inmates. As I mentioned, we will be commissioning the camp prison built by the Church of Pentecost at some quite soon. The intention is to make that as a skills training and development center where inmates would be trained more in vocational and technical skills. And so his desire and intention is to have a center that can be used as a hub for all inmates who receive training in these programs at various stations to be brought there, where we can receive we can even take contracts, maybe sewing, to sew uniforms. Many of these uniforms you see are sewn at these tailoring shops.
Okay, all of them?
Yes, many of them. There are some who take them out to go and sew elsewhere. That
Okay.
I know. There are officers. Everybody his style he wants to sew. But our inmates who are trained to sew are able to sew our uniforms and are able to sew their own uniforms as well. So other security services, I know we have sewn for some private security organizations as well before. So these partnerships are welcome. People are willing to partner us to do some of these things. They are all welcome to come on board.
So if people want to build prisons or facilities, camp prisons, like the Pentecost Church has done, are they allowed to?
Oh yeah, the Church of Pentecost has shown the way. So just come, approach the prisons administration, and we can sit down and look at the modalities. Because if we allow you to just go and build prisons, you may not meet the specifications. So you need to partner with us so that we work together to be able to have a good facility that we can call a modern prison facility.
And what's the level of management or involvement of the church in the management affairs of the prisons?
With the case of the Church of Pentecost, they are only building and handing over to us.
Okay.
Their interest is to see how these centers are used in rehabilitating our inmates. That is the focus of the Church of Pentecost. But the management is under the care of the Ghana Prison Service.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chief Superintendent Courage Achem. It comes with a Mr. too, right?
Yeah.
You can say that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming to the lowdown and giving us all this information about the Ghana Prison Service. You are our first guest for 2022.
Wow.
And we hope
That's an honor.
you will also be our last guest for 2022. We'll look for you again in December, hopefully. And you tell us a lot of the things that have been done this year for the inmates and also for the officers of the Ghana Prison Service. This is the lowdown. My name is Ni Akwe Ismail Akwe. Watch us every Monday on GhanaWeb TV and also on all of our media channels. Be safe.
Stadium, and I'm about to go Segway for the first time. I keep turning, but yeah, it's going to be my fun experience. And even though I'm standing on it, I have been taking through some lessons, and I know you all are interested. So let's rewind to experience how this started. Let's go, guys. here at the tour company that we are going Segway with, and it's called Segway Tour, and the activity is also called Segway. This is my first time doing something like this. I'm super excited. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to glide because it's something I like. So yeah, this is the atmosphere here. This is how it looks. It's right behind the stadium, so it's not somewhere you're going to get lost. How are you doing?
I'm good. What color helmet would you like? White or black?
What color do you think will suit me?
Because it's summertime, I'd go white.
White, okay. So she's going to get me. How often do people come here?
Every day.
And you're open every day?
7 days a week, from 8 until 4:30.
Okay, and how much does it cost?
Our cheapest ride is 285 Rand for 45 minutes, ranging up to 590 Rand for a 2-hour tour, which goes to a Shaka.
Okay, so is there a specific clothing you must wear?
No, just very comfortable clothing, preferably tackies. Preferably tackies, as it's easier to ride with.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I wore a dress today, and I think I'm good to go. Since it's going to be more of standing on the Segway, yeah, if that's what it's called, a Segway. So I'm super excited. You all are coming along. They also have others. They also have like skating bikes, skating shoes. If you also want to skate around, you can rent them here. So yeah. Hi Vivian. Hola. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you excited about today's?
Very, because it's actually my first time, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm so happy.
We are both so happy. We can't wait to learn and start.
Honestly, essay has been so much fun. Like, it's been back to back, but the fun has been non-stop. And today is just another one, after which we have more lined up. So guys, don't go anywhere. This is the channel to be at, okay?
So he's our tour guide. He's going to do some lessons with us and also explain how this machine works.
So first thing that we have to do, our hands must be here on the handlebar. Step on, make sure that your feet are in the middle of the mats, not too forward, not too back. Always keep them in the same. Yeah. The machine will just need to lean forward with your body straight to go forward. Slow down, we lean back.
Do you lean back with the machine or you lean back with your body?
No, it's you with your body.
With your body?
Yes, exactly. So
Okay.
The more you fall forward with your body straight, faster it goes.
It goes.
Yeah, so you slow down, you just need to pull back.
The first lesson, I'm giving my first try. Yes, let's
Yeah, your waist will come close to the back. Yeah, your waist.
This is a fun activity to do here in South Africa. The this is so fun. It's so easy to learn. Everybody can ride the Segway. It's my first time, and I must say I'm having the amazing time of my life. Hi, what is this? Fish. Oh. So we are currently here for a short break, and that was so much fun. I fell earlier on, I don't know if you saw it, but I crashed Vivian mistakenly, and yeah, but this was so fun. Wow, and the view here is so amazing. Wow, just look at this. Tour guide for some time. How long have you been doing this?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years. Do you like your job?
Yes.
You like it?
I like it.
You have like a gold teeth here.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a rich man though. He has a gold. He has gold in his teeth. It's only rich people who can afford gold though. That was just by the way. So guys, this place is beautiful. Let's hear from my friends their experience. How was it?
It looks very scary.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool. Okay. Hi, Sassy. How was your experience?
It was lovely. I had such a good time. First time, and I killed it.
You killed it. Yeah, you killed it. So let's say Vivian. Vivian, how was your experience?
It was so much fun. I want to do this again. Like, I had an amazing time. Even though we bumped into each other at some point.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so bad.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer. How was your experience? Amazing. Lovely. Hi, Anita. How was your experience? You don't know. What do you mean by you don't know? So Anita has been scared the entire time, but then she managed to come here with us, which is exciting. You see how everybody reacts to this activity differently. So for somebody like Anita, she's not used to all this giddy adventure, but I am used to it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this vlog, and I hope you've enjoyed riding with me. So there are like a group of people surfing around here. I don't know if you can see them. And this is beautiful. So far this has been so amazing. Thanks to the South African tourism, this experience has been worth it, like from day one till now. I hope you've enjoyed so much from my videos. If you missed them, please go back, watch them, enjoy, and let me know what you think. We are here riding, in fact gliding the Segway. The Segway, and it's been so fun. Yeah. So we are about to enter the tunnel. So we are going back just as we started from. So the beautiful part is from here you get to see the stadium. Us to the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed this, as much as I enjoyed sharing my experience. Until next time on my next video from South Africa, Durban, I want to say thanks for the support. I love you all as always. Kisses. Back again, Charlie. I hope you are doing amazing. I'm currently here at the Amanzitoti Beach here in Durban, and I love this place. Guys, behind me is some beautiful horses I'm about to sit on. Guys, imagine my big tie sitting on that. Yeah! Isn't this exciting? I'm so excited. You all are coming along, and this is going to be something I really like, an adventure, and of course you all are coming along. I can't wait to show you my experience or share my experience with you. So come, let's go, let's enjoy my time here at this beautiful coastline of Durban. Let's go, guys. This is how I look for today. I came in my shorts. This bag is from West Africa Design. Thank you so much for this bag. Oh, she's pretty. What's her name?
This one, his name is Mikey.
Mikey. Vikey. Hi Vikey, I think I like you. Oh, yeah. Oh, and this is also pretty. What's his name or her name? Yeah. Chester. Wow. These are some pretty horses. I don't know which of them is going to be mine, but whichever one I get, I think I can't wait. So this is the atmosphere here. We are very close to the beach, and I like the fact that the city of Durban's coastline, everywhere seems beautiful. They have high-rise buildings, which is very good. They have really made good use of their coastline. Wow. Hi.
Hello.
What's his name? What are their names?
This is Black Label.
Black Label.
This is Diamond, and this is Skipper.
Oh, how old are they?
6, 3, and 4.
Oh, he's the youngest.
She, yeah.
Oh, she. Wow. Hi, Tayo.
What's up?
Ride it slowly.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Relax for now. Faster.
So this is my new friend. What's his name again? Zamboki.
Zambuka.
Zambuka. This is my new friend. He's called Zambuka, and he's so beautiful. Guys, you guys are coming along. So let's go horse riding. Woo! Are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited.
You look scared.
I am scared actually. It's my first time,
so this is going to be a beautiful long ride, and yeah, I can't wait. These are the horses, and he looks calm, and yeah. So
am I holding it well?
Let's go,
Daniel.
Hey. have you been doing this?
I've been at Gary's for 2 years.
For how many?
Sorry?
For how many years?
For 2 years by Gary.
For 2 years. Oh, okay. But Gary is the name of the company?
Yes, Gary is the guy behind.
Oh, okay. That's good. Wow, this is beautiful. I need a new job. And of course, my new job will be to train horses and be able to ride one. We just ended our 15 minutes horse ride, and this was exciting. The views was amazing, and yeah, it's time to get down, but then we have to do it one at a time. Oh, whoa, this has been so exciting. Yeah, I had so much fun riding that horse. I hope you had fun riding with me too.
Please come for it. Please come for it. Please.
No.
Oh, no,
Stand still.
Oh.
Stand still. Okay, don't worry. They say stand still. When you stand still, look. When you stand still, they stand still. But when you move, they move with you.
Yeah.
So
You
easy.
guys, why were you recording it?
Because you look so scared. Just stand still.
Let me hold you.
She was so scared a few minutes ago. Jen, how are you, my love? Ah, he's licking me. After a successful fun day, it's important to know the history about South Africa. So we are currently heading to learn the history of Mahatma Gandhi.
The merchant. And then Gandhi came face to face with apartheid in this country. He fought against racism, division, poverty, and the plight of the Indians. In 1903, the land was advertised, it cost around £1,000. And then Gandhi decided to purchase that land, and then he built that White House and named that house Sarvodaya, the good of all. He stayed and worked in that house for 21 years in South Africa. Although Gandhi was an Indian man, he represented Indians in South Africa, but his legacy was slowly studied by African leaders, later civilly. Because of the struggle that he fought against racism, he fought against division and poverty in this country. He had a newspaper that was printed and published into 4 languages, Gujarati, Tamil, Hindi, as well as English. Although his house was set on fire, it was looted and destroyed completely by African community, by the local people. And that solid red foundation lies in devastation for 16 years. This house has been rebuilt. This house, it does talk by itself. It talks about books that inspired Mahatma Gandhi. Although Gandhi was not a Christian, but he embraced the Christian religion. If you are Hindu, you are Muslim, you are Jewish, you are Zoroastrian, and you are Sikh, you are mostly welcome to have a prayer. And close to Phoenix Settlement, we talk about the first vote that was made by Nelson Mandela. It was on the 27th April 1994 when Nelson Mandela chose this location to cast his first vote. And thirdly, we talk about the religion that was found by a black man in South Africa, not using the teachings of the New Testament, using the old teaching of Moses. The name of that religion is so-called Nazareth Baptist Church. And the founder of the church in 1910 was Umprofeti Isaiah Shambe. Please join me. Khan's house, it was built in 1940 because this house became a prayer house. And then Phoenix Settlement is clustered with buildings. The printing press where Gandhi was printing his newspaper, Indian Opinion, Gandhi's primary school. We are in the museum that is so-called the Seeds of Democracy. When we talk about the seeds of democracy, we talk about the first vote, we talk about the religion, education, and self-sufficiency. Also went to this.
We ended up having lunch at the Soul Cafe, and you can't come to South Africa without trying their local delicacy, which is meat. The food was delicious. We had pizza and enjoyed our time. This brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed being here, as much as I'm enjoying my meal here. A big shout out to the South African tourism for making this happen. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Until next time on my next video from South Africa. I love you all. Mwah. Beautiful day. Good morning, my neighbors. Let's go to the beach. Hi guys, we are back again, Charlie. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm currently here in Durban, South Africa, and guys, behind me is Southern Sun Hotel, which is the biggest hotel in South Africa. I'm sure you're interested. You want to see how it looks like, you want to see my experiences here. I'm going to be here for a few days. Shout out to South African tourism. You guys are coming along, so let's see what's inside here. Let me share my experiences here, cost and everything. So let's go right into the video. The Southern Sun Hotel is an iconic hotel located on the coast of Durban. It is currently the biggest hotel in South Africa with over 749 rooms. This is going to be my bedroom for the next few days. The best part is the view from my room. This is the view. So this is going to be my room for the next few days. Woo! I'm super excited. The room is beautiful. The view is amazing. I get to see the Indian Ocean every day, every morning. Wow. quite a number of activities to do while living at the Southern Sun Hotel. So I'm heading towards the playground. The place is really huge, like it's a big space, so you can keep walking for like 20 minutes before getting to wherever you want to go. I like the weather. The weather is hot but chilly, cold at the same time. I don't know if you get me. So the next minute you're feeling hot, the next minute it's cold, the next minute is bright, you know. And this is a good weather. South Africa is beautiful. Hey, look at me, look at the way I'm glowing, look at the view. Wow. And I like the fact that their skies are like blue, 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 so everywhere seems beautiful. So there's also a skating park where you can come and skate for free. Let's find out if it's for free, because I see a lot of folks riding their bicycle and also skating on their boards. This is pretty nice. Look at this. Whoa. Can come here, have a chill time. The weather is chilly, nice, warm at the same time. There are a lot of people skating here. Yeah, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach now. I'm walking to the end of this stretch to have a better view of the ocean, and for you also to see how it looks like. This place is nice. Everyone is walking freely. I'm also like chilling, enjoying my time. So if you know her, tell her you've seen her on my channel. I was trying to fly a drone from my room so that I could get you this view, like the whole outside, to get this beautiful view. As soon as it got to the green grass, it crashed, and it crashed on top of the building. So I did a lot of follow-up, and guess what? The drone is finally here and it's in terrible state. I want to cry right now. This is how the drone is looking now. This is broken. This side is broken. This side is also broken. The gimbal, which is this side, is also broken. The glass on the camera is broken. You can see inside of the camera is also broken. Here, let's see how it looks like. Come, let's go. expect this much. Look at this. Our meal was so delicious. We're heading back to the hotel. How was your meal? It was good. It looks like since I came, I've been enjoying all my meal. I had prawns and it was really grilled. Like, was nice. And one thing I've noticed so far on my second day here is their food comes in like large quantities, so you can order for like one, and your plate feels as though it's for 2 people. They have a surprise for us, and it's a spa. So I just took my bath. I'm going to have a massage, have a good time here. So I'm on my way downstairs, and of course you guys are coming with me, so let's go. So I'm here. The name of this place is Elengani, which is very close to my hotel. So we are going to have a spa. I'm ready to get a massage. What are you giving me? What type of massage are we having today?
It's a full body massage with hot stones.
Okay.
For an hour.
Alright. So I'm sincerely used to deep tissue massage. So for a relaxing massage like this, I'm really hoping to enjoy it very well. Like you can tell from the look of my face. My hair ready, Ankasa. So yeah, let's have this party together. Anita, you're having it too, right?
Yes, I am.
If you don't know Anita, go to her Instagram channel. Hey, her Instagram page. You find
I think I need to start my own YouTube channel. You guys have to give me one, two.
Please start. The way you are traveling alone. She's going to join the YouTube family soon. So let's go for the massage. Just ended the massage. It was such a good massage. I really enjoyed it. So like it's so relaxing. I think it's a good start for the entire trip. So I'm heading back to my room to rest and have dinner later on. So so far so good. It's been exciting. I'm really having a good time, and yeah, so catch you later. Good morning, South Africa. Good morning, Devon. Good morning. Look at the glow. Guys, I am really having a good time here. Good morning. I had pretty good sleep. I just washed my face, put on some lip gloss. I'm heading out for breakfast, and of course, you all are coming with me. Look at my view here. I don't think I would get used to this view because it's too beautiful. Yesterday at night the whole place was dark. Let's go have some breakfast. Let's go. So I picked everything I'm going to have. Having some bacon, eggs, beans, potatoes, mushrooms. This is going to be my dessert. So I'm currently here at the last floor, which is the rooftop. and it's currently winter in Durban, so it's so cold and very windy here. And this is the pool area. Let's see how it looks like. The good part is the fact that everywhere has a beautiful view. I'm pretty sure if the weather was like very warm, we'll have a lot of people coming here. But because it's cold, no one is here. But this is how it looks from here. Everywhere is quiet. So I have been on the 29th floor the entire time, and yeah, I've already seen my room. But then, if you want to take a look at it again, I could show you. And I don't think I can ever get used to this view. This is beautiful. Good morning, it's a beautiful day. Good morning, my neighbors. Good morning from Durban, good morning from the Southern Sun Hotel. And today is going to be my last day here at this beautiful hotel. And yeah, I'm going to have breakfast, go to ITC, and then leave this hotel. I hope you are enjoying my stay here. Look at the glow, like South Africa's sun gives you a different glow. So yeah, let's go. Should I close the window? Should I leave it? Should I close? Okay, let's go have some breakfast. Let's go. So one thing I realized here is they usually add cheese to their egg. The first day I came, I was like, oh, let me stick to what I know and just enjoy without cheese. The next day I had the fried eggs omelette with cheese, and I'm like, oh. Since then, every day I have omelette with cheese in it. This is good. This is what I'm having for breakfast. I'm having yogurt, my seeds, and yeah, tea. So cheers, guys. So yeah, cheers, guys. And oh, I forgot to mention that their tea is also very unique and different. I'm really going to miss this view. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video as much as I enjoyed documenting my entire experience here at the Southern Sun Hotel. A big shout out to the South African tourism for this experience. Follow them on Instagram, show them some love. Until then, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. See you on my next video in South Africa. I love you all. Mwah.
La ochi ya sanso edieshia. Me pona me de me fele say ye efia odo son of Jacob na tario share we say e pienu nifu e pieni adana fele say no aneko. Ye ho na Stone Boy Bank of Ghana sidi kwendi ni so de ni bebomu. Asa ye asemnesio ye odoche Nigeria ni actor no so ne second wife unsem se mankofu say eh mema menje memendio eno so abanti unim se na wotwi de nkomo wo ho ankasa ababonu nim se makase be ye adwuma de na maye nti ye nche kwa moma ye twa ye ho na ne ye ko e bia entertainment industry Ghana ha ne Nigeria nyina membe sango ho mamo I am a brony my baby na ma ba say de nkomo wo ho de unim se ye hot cake ankasa se ne ye ko trending issues nyina ne artists awube omobe kan se bia nhye da nkoye ne just ekoso nyina na e ha se na ye center na ankasa se wote wa ha se no se ni nyina ye correct info na meba be ye gu ho ama wo na me bi se mo pani slow na se mo pani a little bit of display Mama ya fe odo de ne start na one him say e kwesi asa rapper in Ghana no nyum tuni ka se ode ne album bi betuja Son of Jacob enye no Just say album ya hwenu ma hwenu me chiri ko so besesa na dia bet sa ding na friend na shower season na dia enko danche na eye album ya ba betudwa is a 15 track just say num no ba ko 15 on Nigeria fo bi so pad na num ne dia bi num chema eye de panty won tibia Kwesi Arthur son of Jacob agrada abesi o say dey nyame nyom na what trade and some dey do so na album launch no private listening no na sister Field the one him say ye kan one was support Kwesi Arthur no nyoma ye dey Field be kan na Field ko pay mo album private listening na atare bi o shape na eseboni ensa okache wa the picture here that way one say a black dress na ninufu no say nimpokwe say sisusu eninu one just one shade rubber raw like that no bra eche breast cancer awareness month na atare de okọ share na kofochire ma efia na so payin na wunim say inkofo di wechi ni ade na akokoye say akokoye bad influence but munim sister yi didaw efia odo start say just o show skin kakra ene na Alex kakra nufu kakra just say akokoye say it's her brand or no akasa bebeka so she feels confident when she wears things like that in the end to me she don't blame me but ebe to dwa na mafu say I say Field why you try be careful ene jama boni me friend Lawrence Ampao yan kasa yan lawyer na bibisa so lawyer say na mafu kwana we so we dey indecent exposure akokoye to say why sa grade ni be nim so wait me that to efia ekwapim polo odi ni hu bin wo stray hu say no so pictures no videos ni ade ni we hu but ono do the person catch IGP and a cyber crime unit ni say won ko kire Field o say indecent exposure o say na why say na what fine no say won so what kire Field o say o di phone po betumi ama na dem be say 3 years na say me ko kan na lawyer unkofu say lawyer na kofu be break corruption kran kofu diska kra ye nkire won Field ka kro be yi nu fa ka ye de atwe feelings yi and na ba be kan ho asema na lawyer brief an onu kwan so akire na interview no be say lawyer na wanhu picture o say ohu po no de o social media na ade ye fed o say ne fe we hu all right but say na Lawrence Ampao ka say one chain ne say no de beso comment but Field de ni je ne ho akasa wan ka say ni je no say bia enye no bi no ka o say sister ne de aya ne nyom bi ayo ye ne ye bi ne fe na say me de okofo bebre a kire wan adu na ko social media say na wodede mema Field no so ba no say on temasi o onu na de ne ho atari oba be hye wan ka say muma ni ska no nkoto onu ankasa na wa to na say on ti ase de Ghana fo kasa bebre sa Kwesi Arthur kwama fuchire ma album launch son of Jacob atari ya sister yi shey eje shani na ma yenyum na nhye dan trend album na nhye dan nye all right ba Kwesi Arthur interview bi on Abeku Santana ye no chemu o so nhye dan fa no asem na amoko ka se ne Field amboa album o se de bi onu ankasa na etu sa first sister is on bra and she honor the invitation to me be ka se na o share ni nenyi na o se Field is a very confident woman who doesn't feel shy just say no be she bia she feels okay or she so say efata na nsemi na kwa kese na watchi o share some screenshots bi o share say son of Jacob ada number 2 Apple Music na nkenya te say sa media fo na ma divert attention akwakodu Field so na kan mudi ni na agina Kwesi Arthur so aka betumi abaye number 1 album currently in the world but nsemi o de betu dwa na Field so I mess up you so effort but no say higher kwan home to me fan to dwa o say onu ankasa na adwim onya ne say ankasa anko sheka ben sleep one him say ya job but amanfo kire ma say bia na wenu no ho ba sister yi wo hwe onu ni ho yo wo social media won wo bonate na say ohun mu krampo on team asem kwai na asem ne de bebre but if you do atare no share black dress na esisi so no bibisa wo mu say it was too much and now mu say sister Field there with her nothing is impossible. na watwi nkomo de akoye te say osay kwa me despite scan theater bank te say minsem the information wo bebre da minsem na ye to aso dia actress filmmaker Yvonne Nelson and ode nsem ya beto do say akwakoye say asori ne society ni awofo no adada yan ache an wo kirema na wo so aware de wodo bi a na akwa wona na akwa akota na mabọ mo bra na efefefe but ono ankasa de nani ehwehwe ne amani ehwehwe se ne ekoso a akwaye say aware ne ya agenda you say me and me no bi akwaware mo kita na agenda obere ma bi wo onum sa body ne ne fe wo be sister nice like ni say nti o so akwaware no sister bi nso wo onum say boy yi de obetumi ahye ne na che say bia sky kakra onu so nya bi de atwa na enum obo onso so bi opoba ni say nti na akwaware na nya che say bi ye dodo ye hu nti na akwaware o sisi Sa asem na nye no kware. O se aso no na twa yen toro papa. Na some de betu dwa na o chema se no de marriage is all about agenda because muslim o say marriage is a scam ne aden. Ene de mentumi hye dan chem because ye remu ye ne hu ne be koso but amanfo de wani hwe achi a wo musa ye ka se aware bi wo ho no menhye dan nya aware pa but binu mu nya aware pa je se de live in harmony je se woni age won babo nyina akoso jojo na asem ya ye Yvonne Nelson edi betu dwa no na seligali ai ye priority a ne yere ai ehu ene o se asem na sister Yvonne dia betu dwa any opinion but akwa yes say sansem ye manfo kan as a marriage institution mu man ye te say enya de papa bia but mfa so wo mu ankasa o se ne say ni say hunti amanfo wo sorry e bi o person ware just for the show obaba to Instagram so onu su kita ring yibi ena bia wa ware eno no wo ho but Obema Kasa, there have been so many successful marriages. On quite an example. Chema say, who come marriage in my also boapa na makumenim. Into Mamonia to say, although near Warimu, it's all about a agenda, do or honor no pescation or warrant. In Sally Chema, our yet to say agenda. Your papa will honor put me to do. Baby Bisa also Kawarima. Yes, scanning tin our qua and I say, sister, anybody of fainting our back. And I say, true love does exist. Montreal margin. Evangelist Mama Pat Edin Savior Betuja. Eye na grada in a former me to say they also was so you born again. Just say or the one men ya say the was set years and prayer sent to be and say yen zen kofo kohoje healing ya. Didn't mafu say hey no. But most to me God the righteous judge. Only pay say or the one my Christo one bonus was swimming pool money adi we any Bible just say they also up buttons in just say come say you know to me shebi. It's man for mama ka say ye fake Munjai kan enya mu Yakupon friend na me ne wo we were not there nti entumi charge na eye Mama Pat na agrada say na betumi afriend bia wan kasa na it depends on you no call interview bi on ya be ku Santana odi chirema o say ono eye repentance o say wa sacrifice say de wa afriend Yakupon enya manfo bi de titiru ne eye asofo bia na nka wo ba ne na zita mana na okom no o say ona Ghana fo asofo ne bi one body means me share them but agrada see na mo ba na say for a spiritual backing I mean say also for ka ho de and mean to me share but one fedi an betudwa o say safo no nyina eye won yaw te say one ne kun de but also ono dey say things in the past on kokoko be kasa wa be expose mo nya nas nti mo ba na say no mbomudin but o dey atudwa say ono no eye calling te say nakopon kasa na man mantle nti mo ka say okọ a Bible school, ye who say Bible school, Hinampo na chero, ye who are so yourself also, or no Casancopon a calling, or no Casa de Neman to Atonoso. I mean, say water corner. Hey, I grada dizzy. Just say, in Sambe bro, or Chema, water corner, say water corner, the water corner. Hey! Na mo de mo fa ye first as interview on ya be hu ye konkoto nchen na agrada as me nka we nsu na mo nte se ono onye scammer one scam obi a ono ote ne shrine abusumfi na mo ba no ma ba ka se onye bibi ma na wa ya amam mo amopem na mo so we de ye dam wo ne wa abusum ye dam ase na mama ska mo wi amosan so wa scam o se wan twetu ankosi obi a tisu se fa wo ska brawo o se wo kwa sorry na kwa kache osofu so mbom pai ma no bom pai ma ana se wutu outat na wutu offering na se mpai na mbe ma uko so akoje uska njade na muso ye fraud o so onye fraud wo arrest na wo arrest in the last year o say was not on the basis of your fraudster ana so was scam you bio o say na ni TV license na won chiae na manfo bi techia na wode won sa hye ne ma ase a na wode koche no sa na agrada ache but nsem ya agrada de betu jada ko bi ache so yesika gari ne sena na okom no se yakopompo aye mbo na se wasakra na akwa yese Zacchaeus DB ton hunya manyina na fameja ko se muntumi nche no mfani skanye eye Ghana fu wa maba betina politicians yes muka se mu ye born again mo se sa muska ana wo ye dwuma obang na se wo se wodo hwa yakopon wo ton hwa japadi na akohwe njanka fo se debi onu ankasa ni pe muntumi nche na odi sika gari skane beye ana se nya mu se waskame nkofo muntumi nche na odi beye so onu ankasa ni pem odi beye ministry mo bi anforce no na ye kwesi ata album ye odi abe Son of Jacob na oni eye agrada koshia wo studio an OKFM na orekọ no na eja ye hu se kwesi ata ebu ni mu ase na agrada ama ne saso kakra se o hia na mafo se ata wonte ya na wanyo bia mane fa ne santo so me se boy Mami also yourself. I don't know be assemba na so also no aka say we jaya communal de ne ho amenya ko no say eh when you be a man fa ne santo so agrada na na agrada interview ye ya te say on kosi atahia yo kire ma ye son of Jacob nom na e wo so no nyina abo no nyina we hwe Yakopon nwum na o kire ma ne time na o de buy na abozege no Pastor B5 and other what be a radio station be also day. Now some no kind of say, eh, yourself, mammy. Una woka sanse mi. Na wo se Yakopon afro na kaye yawo design is how eh wo de wonya video ni bia na akotie. Na wo hu nsem na eye agrada kind. But say the son of Jacob na e trendy. Nse bia wonya nti bia. But modern na company be me dey say the me favorite one e was so eye adom. Man for a slave for Christ, Jumaya Kosu Krum has saying a gospel musician, Dinah Asamoah, Asanswa can hubio, any slay, oh, Medim Posa, anymore. Follow who know Rogen, I follows a Mama Dinah Asamoah. Now, recent way be able to post a very many makeup artist in posting who say, or share some two-piece outfit, a blazer white with trousers, CB, Najaja, a Dan Huankasa. Now who some choker nice one be a done comb gold one. Na ne bag in a here we are. Who's a nice combination. Makeup ni on point. Hair on point. Now my sister and say unjeja who crowd. Now my dad I saw the can't catch him so no cross or be worrying power. More into you. Move one is a be a so like a mumpo man. Because I call say much I am con sebisa de be a dress and a but one dress to Sagana for one am besan so I can. Westwood, unimse Ghana had day and fair yet in Westwood and Diego require artists a work so do when it tray UK. Show back why I work supply capital extra yet in Westwood, DJ Nisho Nusuna Wako. Now Sembia Wako Baba Matis a man for Yempo and Sada and Tiasasa, which yet in Westwood, some sexual misconduct be maybe a Phoebe Tremania no recent one quiet 2017. Maybe a tremor on one quiet a Yuka crowd, which say a sexual misconduct. Unimse Chrome has an to be a obi ni way yes, I'm more funny serious, but honum there is a big offense and casa. Now some BBC yet to be released a documentary been a watching ma a one thing gun womb. I think well should diabim. Now some local by date say I buruja ma for chema muja the pan said Tim bet to me I said Tim can check one or ordinary chair Chrome has a bay interviews been yadi or no koshe kumasaka. Now some the I could be brave, cause could be follow because Tim the one for chema were promoting Ghanaian artists. So only show no so hina there's a ukwana just a I pass it through a ye Kwame Eugene I pass it through me ye be I'm not a crown so fame be. Now to say I 7 o'clock but I be buja but now what she and Kababa bet to and say yet Tim West was see they were stepping down a cry. They do more capital extra show no soon or Diego Waka cause man for chema she mush that cosonti. Send ye Tibiama brony. Me dey come ni papa mu anka na nka bia nyampa but o ye dia onum se sa anyoma dey aya nhye na nhye da mfata nti se se dey se na ye kono ye bebembu achi bia nkomo dey onum se ye wo ha me ni na abetu drama mu for the main crime we are a Virgil Abloh. I got a need just a fashion designer back what just a way Jadine. No artistic director my Louis Vuitton. Now a year fear trim ya November ya and Yakopon son suffering. Now once and somebody the year Ghana for be because yan dance so you didn't say yen poyan to say I been papa near one is a pay him. And somebody the year ya match is a worldwide be a pay tribute man. Now what ya when you're able to Johnny say a year offset Cardi B member of the Migos. Once about what tattoo yeah, Virgil Abloh, Abon in skin, who panache tattoo and a very big portrait of a visual artist. He's smiling and I know she some sunglasses. Be now tattoo ni the IF and I'm a fuchima, who's a buan man, un net say, a bua, what is a man from Pon Kyle. But I know no kind of why a tattoo Drake and so I be just say, I'm for Besine. We still celebrate a Virgil Abloh and Coupon at Tonsa friend a year last year. He said, yeah, we never con one said tattoo, because baby Mrs. Ghana, I bet to me. I bought a Virgil Abloh tattoo abon, and I must say it's not necessary. So, need to be a muna musi. I am to us, ya Jackson. I am be you to me the 1,000 at Atari, once a delay show or copy on the same to just or no, because an Atari 1,000 or ton, or being to me to be smooth and I'm a kind of handsome. Now, some I won't say ya Jackson, or social media, and I say, or show skin crack, and I know free nego or China and assume piercing a tattoo by any oho. Now, some I could must I say, ne papa and mammy want to mean Tiambu Freyana. Ena papa kumase komu atase Ghana for mundi mu fiasem o mundi mu fiasem tom Mu wonyansa se ne maame ana na wo fo de ne ba wiase nti won kwa won ka won ba na asem ye ade na mo amuti baby asem ne mfa mo ho de bia mo so na sister wo yi hu dodo wo so dodo na ani bo ne beba wo papa kuma se mo kasa too much mama ya Jackson aso nkwadidi na wo fo krampo nka ya mo amuti social media mo data 11 cedi mo na mo ba ye counselors aso nkwadidi a na ne santi na nje se wo se nkomo de se me ka cho bebre theater bank e bebre wo ho hye fridge ma se me be yin kakaka mo me ye ntwa ye nkakra ne ye kwa ba ma broni komo na aka ni na ba be pia ni na egu musu.
From the dawn of time, people have engaged in several businesses. With the onset of technology and innovation, life has relatively been made easier. By using debit or credit cards,
mobile banking.
Thank you. And your favorite, mobile money?
Tech has indeed married business. On BizTech, we spend time with faces behind known and upcoming businesses in the country.
Learn more about the new technologies and innovation,
as well as find out about the trending issues in the world of business.
Join us as we serve you with a variety of compelling interviews, projects, and others right here on GhanaWeb TV.
Mesanso mo wakwa bankomo ho ene etwegu amabroni so unse dwume se ne de ato ye hu so de wotwi bia ne de entie ni a kire ha se na entertainment industry e ho nkomo mo a wode nsem bia atodwa ne nyina bia wan hyeda nte ase ne de nyina ba begua ne ama mo ntwemu na aye Ghana ne nnwum tu ni Slim Buster Slim Buster baby wode nsem bia atodwa so ono so wo hoi just say he's ever ready say enyum to full new ones ya be se dem se mo na mo trend mo na mo teso no mo pese mo advice bi awo nwum to ho say collaboration ono daddy lumbani kwadwantwini onyina wa ye crowd but na nso na mafu ya mabe oh chese you don't even see the important say omo hu hia say omo de won ho beta won ho na say bi advice bi mpo na wo a na wo de ama mo just say mo hu bi sa no but to say enye sa wo industry mu unzo pehide uye there won't open it's one day anka years of experience and ko be kire mu but aya mo amu trending and say as a mu fa won ho bata say me a Slim Buster king also on there wa kan but odi na ni hwe say there will be a change in the music industry ana Ghana ni sini twani ajeta nan adodo afa ni pusha I things to do for our fame na ready nsem bia todwa yellow ntwema onu wo sha aware na se no bo say opia na say sister tare ni kunu ho na oh we want your autograph no be so say oh we want to take a picture with you sister say what tare no ho social media be bia na ofa o say na enhye da anya ne do hu say no be handle situation because when him say hey sister say when dey go dey adwuma be di o but so say dey she's okay with it. What programs and for banners or to trap pictures near the female fans? He has it or bed protect on home bed church. Also, who won't cry because I didn't their own kununa because all partner there sure will say you have no worries. Sister, oh, Dana Wada. Into a year, Jita and you suit. So our sisters, yeah, will be bembeno. And Shadan Fano, she's not even afraid because only do Jenny Kunidi and Kasa. Princess Shingle, ye come me to say, once is if he desert a poi, the name Kamedim Pomba, Ubabonidin. Now, Princess didn't send me betuja, or say, well, once about didn't they say, you could always imagine, say, very much any DM. I want to see you, I want to take you out for dinner, I want to take you out for shop or Dawson. But Princess Chima, so say, who named Jessica Evie, ha! And ye $30,000 deposit into an account, ne betom say king crane. 11 sem be anybody and your be press no we show. Now some of the two or your Instagram or your question and answers. Some say to be an celebrity also ask me any question. No be so. Or show high but person dey call some lunch dinner date can sister so. And your things are person dey make no problem. Why did this guy walk to a man you know? Also, to 30,000, I person who 30,000 down flat. Now what you and so the way to say, hey, Beyonce create his sister. What's a tobu as in your botanical but a man for. Opinion then the price no say or person na ube social na 30,000 niska sister and our brother na watch you but princess she go to them $30,000 no je yes this you unibia in case of person who no nya time. Now Princess Shingo eje $30,000 for a year while person who no na a French ambassador and Sophie and Ghana funum to fibin so the when ya chair a year Paria wo bo show bianca and na what tree there watch them oh ambassador nya nipa beya na why was wo to chema nipa no odwen ho yi Ghana fo ho sa o se adwuma de wo ya ankasa na obeka ye Elsie Lama an on ene ye interview no twema ate se ono de Ghana ha de otinyoma ye musician fo na de to dwa hu se nyansa wo makasa te se creativity ni sense no do why na adwen so no do be support one ne sa be introduce ye Ghana fo nyum to follow a che ne nkofo mo France na won so wo France o san so de won introduce ama ye Ghana for ye music lovers ye wo kromase na ye sa akode ye Stone Boy kwabena ne family hu se na wo twi etwemua na hu se won so de onya akwache France nya won kwa na wo koyo me hu se social media influencers bi college nyina so kan twins don beg photographers you no so wo jirim je se mafo no de wo do so akasa Ghana fo so efi ha se kodi wani Paris kwahwe show ni bi ese mo ya de say support your own se de ye guso adwuma na ye na agenda ne de ye pushi ko se ye so be get to the top Grammy ye so ye be jebi na nsem ye beto dwa na wo twema nkofo bo ye ambassador ye abaso yi e na ye DK bi kirema awakwa ye tourism ministry munye adwuma munye hute enye onu nkwa na kan guru enkezi ochema o se ambassador obo abaso na onu de chese nwu anwa atwa won ska ministry ye tourism creative arts and culture chese o se wonye hwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwhwdhdhdh yakase nim saka ye nipa na wode aba position saka we dianka ye be film ankasa nya ahwe ni ma no show yete hwa na ye ambassador ya na e promoting ko ba mafu chema ye tourism ministry na ye show yam ko bo Paris no they also play the role ba mafu chema munja sa monya mo de separate one ye hu se mo na maye but mafu ya mama menu so sa na mu se meni mu nta na me kasa but se ne ekobia mafu chema ye ambassador ye de na adwuma so ni te se de wo si ye da wase koso na ye adwuma pa ne ba na se ministry na se wa be kompa ye ba ma form na dankwa kufado ne ba eye eduna edoku ekufado ne wadi munye bi kwa na oze we nya invitation kire ya ye nya invitation aye ntumi ankone enso ye o aye ntumi nche fake je say fake life no na e live me na me se me nya invitation ntumi nchekire me aka na wadi ye course na social media some pictures e betodwa na wa hu se sister je say wa nyene ndi bebrebe makeup bibi hu nice makeup natural look na wade na highlight ni say ye na ankwa kufado ne ba eye eduna doku ekufado o ware eye Kofi Dwuma Giok Penyan o ye former MP o ware ne ba eye Kwabena Dwuma ne ba na o ware no na wade ni de say penny behwe Dangote Nigeria ni billionaire yidi ni bekire mu krankrom ha say ba wade ibi na koye opedua ase wo bi ko Jubilee House wade ni de na je say ye ko ha ne ye ba ye twem ha ne na pictures ni betwa green na eye Edwina ni nua pehin your friend Valerie ono so ware Nigeria ni be other pictures in betwa na ochuma o so ni nua de ne ho ye fa nkasa nwa so hemme ani na dokua de unse ni din fata no wa ye de wato eye kra pehin ma de ne se wo se ho ye fa nkasa na eyi na pictures yi betu dwa na manfo chuma we de wade ne na ye fe na unse na do dan kwa kufado Jenny shoes be first one on ne ye Rebecca my beautiful Rebecca o so sa won hu biem na won afira kente bi just won hu ye fa nkasa na wade ne kofu bedi oni kopia o hwe ma hu se MPP fu gurus no na wo ho Samira Bawumia ne kunu ye Dr. Muhammad Bawumia na wo wedding yase bi na manfo chuma akọ ye sikafo no kwa na ware sikafo na wedding yanka mu ware eyi obrefu bi na say pa chomu dimolemo de na president ba kwa ware obrefu bi ba na find ko sin David ade ne de say ye cha unze ekwa ha ye pete fieta bank ni bi de say family generation na nto aso santi na mo expect say anko ware obi akeke David ni papa na di president na wo sedeng I told you so. I beam nation president Stone Boy boy also no we jet tomorrow hwene me koso ase wa pepre ne ho akwa akoti bisa but also no bari na adwum de na aka ne papa na watwe atwam na mebeka show se Stone Boy akoye se wa endorse some cryptocurrency NFTB just watch ma amanfo sa CD coin be some company be omo launch amombo modern na momfa eyi entachi ska kakra bi na just say mfa so beba mo mama amanfo je ma enya one men's golden same you ko endorse na echire amanfo ska kokemu ska no ko bi no mawuwu a just say ye nka ho asem wie mpo na wasanso de fufura ba beta echi amaye eye broadcaster Bridget Otto I didn't say on the Stone Boy Twitter beshe we can we yaka o chire ma say dey unu say akakọ yes stone boy no ye insensitive because men's gold asem ye ken chrome has unu say ye can say investment na ye say dan bosu ye because asem ne dey wo court men's gold asem na so go fofra ba betechi na yi na asem yi betu dwa na ye say ye wo ho ye nyine ze atwen authorities e wokro ma say nkasa ne hu say eye sidi kwan ne e beje tuma na say bebagu na akakọ ye say men's gold ibi e na Bank of Ghana di release bebetu ya na wo chima eye sidi kwan ne say cryptocurrency NFT fefa ye fokusin they've not license the mumma wo huma kwan bia se won fa won di dwuma wo krom ha se nti wo wone mo mamu fa muska bia nkohim na ekodan a mamba ka se won kan kyerem na nsem ya wo de betu na ye stone boy esan so release ya akwa say rejoin that we say a public apology me hu se na me kyerem afa ba o kyerem ono de won amani ska bia wan ko just ka company no ho enye endorsement deal se na mo timo ka na mo kyerem no se enye sa na te ono de onu we ready sa cryptocurrency hu ni amaniama na oni mfa so e wo so ni senti no hu no so be da akoye sa ase Ghana fo ye ndi mu anti mo fa mo hu hwem na akoye za akoyi ka ma nti o si wan ka so pa mo cho ne wan ka me ntumi ka so ka se che pa but o so se ne ekobai na akoye se wa pepre ne hu bi sa anti mu ja na nyina enka ai enjoyment minister D Black baby I will be a mema wa house say numere so na wo hwa mema wa adwa no pan so de na good morning na wo nim say ECG for electricity company of Ghana mo yesam eyi edwuma bi okrom ha say na mo ama say illegal connection bi mo de ha ma case ani a mita na ready nkwa na wan fa be ma mu ntwa na say wo twetwa light mu na wo twetwa na wo kofa eye D Black Oasis Night Club unim say hodi nije big event center na wa enjoyment minister did the announce say enije koso ankasa na wo ko twetwe wo ko check ahama check meter no say ase nyama enye correct na wo say we dey betwa light mu no say oh na dan na wo ko na master ikra boss yi ni ho na eje wo ko twa light wo kire ma ase suma si dwuma di bi koso wo ho no man ti wo atwa light mi because be okra enko head office na ya be ma mo be nti akọkọ say light mu twa ne free nyoma mo be bo mu twa ne free mo be ye party ni na ye free light sisi so e clap on na ni na ye free they say wo say wo atwa D Black light na wo kan wo so we dey anya ne dey na onu say D Black dey etefie ta bank channel e be hye ne ho they say asema be mu hu say na mo be kan afa because me wo ha na hu say wa akotua kana say asema ni na dey na ko nti say dey say D Black ya pa cho fida na ebe enjoyment weekend nsu na ebe yesrew kona kotua na yesu entumi pa be girem wo eye nice clap on because ye mpa asem bia ye be say ye chele 11 nsu na ebe nti yesrew kona kotua light bill na entumi mpa na ye be party Yo idochi ho akoba asem Nigeria ni sini twani wanum se ne voice voice ne mu ye delze wa osum ka osum be ye hu yi kakaba waware ye de enim se na waware 18 years so ne yiri ana te se wa bremu tamo ni hwe kapre kwa ye de tonkredura no mewu bre yi ni bi sister ya na na etare ho na te se obapa wa support na wanya mama kuma nan for yi bio sister ya wo na hu body a as a slim lady to say me a fine woman just say hu baby anton chibayo na watchia ye ho na ehu say ye actor ye posti some a picture bi wo ni Instagram social media across all platforms so chema wa ba foforo na ma so congratulations ye ready kwase ho baby a chema from this second wife na ma say second wife ben ye de nim say ka wo yire ba ko pe me ya na yedim na fine kosi na onya second wife but second wife yo chimo no so ye actress wo sho no nature sini bi ya fine ma fu chema na sending ni na some just lover some blog be won Nigeria chema Mr. Odechi akakọ ani girl yakakọ ni mo ba baby deny ba na watchi o dia abetu dwa say yampa one sister biawo but sister na nya say he femfe ha ye ni second wife na odi se mi betu dwa na mafoji ya oni didi na tell so oh bema nyeme ndio men na scam a man will show you pepper to say wo white shirt a wo she bema di ingo zomiase be kema ma to say woni nda ho so no de say we egu ani masebatan won say na ya yire ye ho aye kan I say so aye bi obi di abade ye be ka pepe ne abonwo echi na asem yi court na ye na yire me ebe tro wase wo na kopon be bu maten God will judge one in the sad girl na who saw your second wife and say ne say hunti wow kai to say actor you to be betina social media na o chema na yere tama draw scroll ni bi say tama na ne ho atete wa pansam o ni hwe o onye se na hu ne nei ne yiri na etena ne nchen o se just say no ni bi no no boa na ne se wa ye asa na wo beye and social media in-laws ha me kra me ka ho and ye take it to your platforms yes o wa nya ade no nim say ye u pese polygamous marriage na fine but wo dey sign in one ekoba ho asem na wa fa hu say ye second wife am fuche ma wa kotua bride price na ade but ye she dey hu wedding bia onu no say ye ne second wife am fuche ma wa nya ade ni pants na bia say yesa wo sister na aboa adenti na wo yi ni boni ayesa se sie de se na abetu dwa mama boni me de mani fefie ye check sister no a unfollow no Instagram e say de asema babata manfo ye de ye mpani boni mu ase onko betumi a resolve one issue na what na wo say okunu no yori anka is okay but sister no je say onu so ba ye second wife amafo chema wonyu anya ade wa wonyu abia won so o warefo wa wo ani twa say sister ya ware na wonu nam soma sika kakra fe de wa ye eje papa yi but manfo wonum say krom ha ye wo hi e Africa hade to me ware ebie ebie sane ade ene de yete ase some religions bi kwa wo pene so but enye nia wa brawa no wa bra se hu fifiri ene kakra be hye hu abese wo pese o kyereze obedi mema asem ne ade wen de wanya ade manfo bibia atutu bia man na eyi na eye papa yin so anope ya je se ade chin ya ye bo na echi ya Thursday no de betu ja so ne gire no eye menu or your first wife undisputed obia na ne nkono se che wani nwi ade won okapeni bekse wo nwi ade wani nwi ade ade ye fere nya wo fere wa ya ade na ye kan fe de sister yi kura je se na ara ho se modi ma fo chema wo ko de enwume na ye me ne wo ye ni hobi se ye ti social media na ye de anu ka woni se obebebo ma na asese ye na ase kosise ba se sia no de eye me wa unfollow ni kunu e wo social media but amafo ye hope se we de nkofa asem bia amba na za ware gu ni ade de ko se na ye Evan Nelson kan ware de ye agenda obi ade ne de ko obi ono be so wo vision bi so be so no wo bobra obi on so na ye ba na ohwehwe obi on so na second yo pawipe na we you ba kwa shon sa but se de amafo de o ma kire wan ade ba ye hope se mo amokeka sansam ne ye ba mo private life a mo nye mo tromojo se na mo kasa pa ye anya ade se mo ware bia mo so mo make sure se mo fan di sa mo fa sa adwuma endi mo yire anase mo kunu no na wo twi di amabonu nsensem ne de na emu doso me kasa na obi fi asem de ayan hye dan fa me ho batin ze e trend de ye beka e na ye de yan no atum di esimpam cho merma mo okrom a mo nye the right ne me aso mo yen di yen lai mu na de bia wan kwakofa asem ambre se women are scam trust no woman trust no man mo ma yen twa so but say de fi odo atare no share no ehun sem so amaboni media ba stone boy so e de ne hu se de se akokoya apology o se we enu ho no so de ne dia betudwa da se ne na wotwe da ye nim se bebre beba hu se tin to ya ye nja cheso Ghana ha so ne ye wo eso ne de bebre beba nti amaboni ma ato me boase me de mani di echi da se ne ye be ko bia me de ne nyina eba besomo makramo.
It's yet another Friday, and I've come your way once again with another edition of Bistec on GhanaWeb TV. I am Ernestina Sewa Asante. Over millions of people, including you, make use of the internet almost every day. But did you know that while surfing the net, you are also exposed to some threats? Well, today on Bistec, we sit with an IT solutions manager here at GhanaWeb, Alexander Ajiman, who is going to educate us on safe browsing. Do enjoy.
of January 2022, some 16.99 million internet users were captured in a research by datareporter.com. With internet penetration standing around 53% of the total population, it has become rather imperative for internet users to bear in mind their safety and their security while surfing the internet. On this week's edition of BizTech, I'll be speaking with an IT solutions manager on this development. Before I introduce my guest, I'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back from that break. My guest on this week's edition of BizTech is Alexander Ajiman, and he's the IT Solutions Manager for GhanaWeb. Alex, welcome to BizTech. How are you?
Thank you, Mali. I'm doing great.
Many thanks. Great. Many thanks for your time. Yes, I just wanted to find out from you, how important is safe browsing to our personal security on the internet?
First of all, let me define safe browsing. Safe browsing is you having a layer of protection on the internet. They are the requisites and things you do so that anyone on social media or anyone accessing the internet won't have your biodata or confidential data. Okay. So in a nutshell, it's what you do to protect yourself and personally and then on social media.
Okay, Alex, thank you for that explanation. Where does the current trend of internet lie in a much diverse world?
I think Ghana is doing well now. We have 53% internet penetration is a lot. It's like every 1 in 2 people have internet access. So when you watch the COVID time, there were a lot of people working from home, which shows Ghana is now there. Yes, we are getting there. And then you have a lot of people also having remote jobs now. They don't need to move from their homes. They just sit at home and work. And this has also given a lot of revenue to service providers who are also in return bring a lot of technology on board to give us stable internet. So I think, yeah, Ghana is doing well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Alex, I want to find out, so how secure, I know you have to, when you're on the internet, you have to be safe on there. But from your point of view as an IT expert as well, how secure are the systems and data for internet services?
I always tell people there's no secure environment. There's no secure social media. Everyone is vulnerable. Let's take, for example, Gmail. If you want to create a new Gmail, you're supposed to give in your biodata. That's your name, your age, where you live, your parents, and blah, blah. So meaning you'd have to give something in order to receive something. And every social media platform has back-end people. There are people who have access to your data. So there's none that is, you just have to make sure you don't put too much confidential data out there, as much as we think social media platforms or some social media platforms are safe.
Okay. So I want to come down to some of the safety measures, especially using the internet and all of that. What do you think, from your point of view, can you share some of those with us?
Okay, let me share a few. Let's say you are browsing a website. Sometimes you can look for the secured website, which usually has or ends with S, that's HTTPS. You can also avoid clicking on suspicious links. If someone sends you a link and you're not too sure, you might avoid it. You can use VPN, you can use incognito mode. These are just a few things. And you can keep your PCs also updated to the latest, with the latest and licensed antivirus. These are a few things you can do too.
Yeah, so before we go on a break, I just want to find out just briefly from you. I know we experienced the COVID pandemic and all of that. From just your own personal experience, how was the internet usage for you? Were you using more internet at home, remotely, or from the office?
I think I was using more at home. Yes, at home you use a lot because you are basically virtual. You don't meet people. Like I can just walk to the next office and ask you what's but then like what's happening or when is our next meeting. But then when you're home, you'd have to do it virtually, meaning you use more data.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Alex. I'll take a quick break. And so I've been speaking with Alexander Ajiman, and he's the IT Solutions Manager for GhanaWeb, and we're talking about how to browse safely on the internet, bearing in mind your security and your personal data. I'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back from that break on BizTech. I've been speaking with Alexander Ajiman, and he's the IT Solutions Manager for GhanaWeb, and we've been talking about the internet and how to use the internet safely. Alex, I've been enjoying a very interesting conversation with you and also learning from you as well. Now, I want to come down to the technicalities a bit. What are some of the key tools that one can use when they are surfing on the internet?
One can use VPN. I think VPN is common. It's a private tunnel that you can use to prevent even your service provider from knowing which websites you are going to and fro. You can also use eraser. Usually when you delete files, there are people who can still undelete them. So when you use an eraser, it's like a file shredder. It can, shred your files so no one has a trace of it. And then there's a browser also called a Tor browser. It has a lot of features. It has even an inbuilt VPN in there. So yeah.
Okay. So I want to come down to storage as well. I know of the Google Drive and some others as well, WeTransfer and all of that. Do you think these ones are also safer options that people can use?
Yes.
And what are some others as well?
Yes. They are very safe, especially Google Drive. It's very safe. I would also recommend Dropbox.
Okay.
Yes. I think you can even collaborate on Dropbox apart from file sharing and file hosting. Yes. So yeah, they are safe. WeTransfer, Google Drive, and then Dropbox.
Okay.
I'd always recommend.
Okay. All right. So now I want to come down to, obviously, people, you can't be on the internet without some level of security breach. You know, that's what we call the malwares and the viruses as well. Just take us briefly through what these malwares are and also the viruses and what role they play in our internet world.
Okay, so the malwares, like we have ransomware, and then we have fleeceware. They are like program codes that serves an essence to hackers. Like they find their way to your devices, and then since they are code to do a particular job, even silently in the background they do them. An example is the ransomware, which affects Microsoft OS a lot. What they do is the hackers they encode your data and files, and then they ask for a ransom. They ask for money, and so it can affect a whole or an entire organization.
So it's like an extortion.
Yes, extortion. They extort money, and then like the fleeceware, it hides on maybe your mobile devices, and it creates subscription. So if you don't track your debit cards well, you find every month you have subscription fees which are recurring. So and usually they affect people who don't even know how to cancel subscriptions.
Okay, very well explained. Now I want to come down to how are we going to curb these malwares? I'm sure there are some antiviruses around.
Yes. Antiviruses do a great job. I would recommend ESET, which even has the anti-theft. So you can always get them, update them. You can run them on your mobile devices, laptops, on your servers. They'll take away the malware, or even hint you when you're going to an unsafe website or a dangerous website.
Okay. Would you recommend the usage of pen drives, external drives, and all that? Because it has to go through a lot of processes and all of that. But people's data is on these devices. What do you make of pen drives and these other external storage devices aside the Google Drives and the rest?
If you are going to use if you are sharing pen drives, then obviously you have to scan it for any malware or any intrusion, any virus. Yeah, I think they are not bad. They are very simple devices that helps you can carry around when you are traveling or in a small office environment. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, so finally we're wrapping up. So I just want to get your take on Ghana's internet penetration. According to the data from Data Reporter, we are reaching almost 17 million. That's at the start of January. Where do you, just from your point of view, where do you see Ghana's internet penetration in the years to come, a projection?
In the years to come, we could, let's say even 2025, we could even hit 56%. Because if you watch from 2021 to 2022, there was an increment of 2.1%, meaning there's
some growth.
Yeah, there's some growth. Yeah, there's some growth, and people are getting to use. People even in the remote areas, not only the urban areas, people are using the internet more. When you watch the Apiati incident recently, it's a remote, it's a village, but then people had camera phones, people were videoing. Yeah, the only thing is they didn't run from the fire, but you can, from an IT perspective, you can understand the penetration is gone far. So I think, yeah, Ghana is doing well, and Ghana will have more penetration rates by, let's say, 2025.
Alex, just give us your final words for people who are on the internet on a daily basis. What's the one key thing they should look out in terms of their safety and their security?
In terms of safety, I would say don't put too much confidential data there. I think that's basically it. Your debit cards, your credit cards. I mean, you should try as much as possible not to put those things there. You should update your computers regularly. You should make sure you don't click on suspicious links. Just the normal, do's and don'ts, and then just be very particular about websites you go. If you find a website not too secure, you can check it out, and just make sure you're safe.
All right, Alex Ajiman, thank you so much. There you have it. I've been speaking with Alex Ajiman, and he's the IT Solutions Manager for GhanaWeb, and he's been my guest on this week's edition of BizTech. Many thanks for watching. My name is Mauli Aholumega.
Thank you, Mauli Aholumega, for that report. Up next is Biz Headlines. To our very first story, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has hinted of plans by his ministry to start the collection of property taxes in Ghana. According to the minister, Ghana's economy is moving to become one that is able to double its revenue to GDP ratio by the imposition of various tax measures, including the e-levy and property taxes. Speaking at a press briefing on Thursday, May 12th, the minister said, "I think it is an exciting period to have a structural solution to revenue mobilization in a way that we haven't had before. And we are also starting with the property taxes as a pilot to begin. Then we become a nation in which we can easily double our revenue to GDP ratio from the 13% to double that. But nobody likes to pay taxes, so it's always difficult. But I think we will all get used to it and also apply the taxes for the citizenry to see." A lecturer at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Alexander Amankwa, has described the proposal by the Electricity Company of Ghana to get a 148% on electricity tariffs from August 2022 as unrealistic. According to him, the power distribution company has been inefficient and provided unsatisfactory services to customers over the years, therefore cannot make a demand for an upward adjustment. ECG is asking for a 148% increment in tariff. Do you think this is realistic or not?
This is highly unrealistic, as I said in the discussion forum. You cannot ask for 148%. That is something that is not real. It's not possible. And I believe very well that PURC will look at it critically and review downwards. They should improve upon service delivery. In fact, if there's quality service delivery, people will want to pay more. And I liken it to a wife cooking for the husband. Of course, if your soup is watery, your soup is bad, what is the justification for asking for an increment in the chop money? What are you going to produce? In future, you still produce watery, soup. Soup that does not taste well, and your husband will not be happy.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has noted that the country's current inflation comes as a surprise to his team, as food, transport and imports have pushed the country's inflation to 23.6%. The governor noted that the monetary policy is in a huge fix, even as it begins meetings on May 18th to make decisions on the nearly 24% inflation rate as well as the monetary policy rate of 17%. Speaking to Bloomberg, Dr. Ernest Addison noted that even though issues are complicated currently, a major decision will be taken. Vice President of Imani Africa, Kofi Bentel, has reaffirmed his stance against the revision and resubmission of the controversial Ijapa royalties deal. According to him, he believes the transaction in its current form can be compared to an act of robbery, adding that it is the perfect plan for anyone to rob Ghanaians of their national heritage. In an interview with Accra-based TV3 and monitored by GhanaWeb, Kofi Bentel maintained that the current Ijapa royalties deal will not in any way benefit the citizens, as the nation was not going to get value for money. Growing concerns about the unavailability of fertilizer for agriculture production have contributed to the surge in the prices of food in Ghana and the continent. The poultry industry has also bemoaned the unavailability of feed and raw materials. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has stated that these concerns could heighten as fertilizer shortages are being experienced across Africa. According to the president, the country's maize and soy production could also be affected, noting that our poultry industry could suffer greater shocks. The president made this statement at the opening of the 22nd Academy of African Business and Development Conference at the University of Professional Studies in Accra on Wednesday, May 18. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching BizTech. This show airs every Fridays on the same platform. But before we go, do log on to www.GhanaWeb.com for more stories. Do well to follow us on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the GhanaWeb. On YouTube, GhanaWeb TV. I am Ernestina Sewa Asante. Do have a lovely weekend.
Stadium, and I'm about to go Segway for the first time. I keep turning, but yeah, it's going to be my fun experience. And even though I'm standing on it, I have been taking through some lessons, and I know you all are interested. So let's rewind to experience how this started. Let's go, guys. Here at the tour company that we are going Segway with, and it's called Segway Tour, and the activity is also called Segway. This is my first time doing something like this. I'm super excited. I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to glide because it's something I like. So yeah, this is the atmosphere here. This is how it looks. It's right behind the stadium, so it's not somewhere you're going to get lost. How are you doing?
I'm good. What color helmet would you like, white or black?
What color do you think will suit me?
Because it's a hot outside, I'd go white.
White, okay. So she's going to get me, how often do people come here?
Every day.
And you're open every day?
7 days a week, from 8 until 4:30.
Okay, and how much does it cost?
Our cheapest ride is 285 Rand for 45 minutes, ranging up to 590 Rand for a 2-hour tour, which goes to Oshaka.
Okay, so is there a specific clothing you must wear?
No, just very comfortable clothing, preferably tackies. Preferably turkeys, as it's easier to ride with.
Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I wore a dress today, and I think I'm good to go. Since it's going to be more of standing on the Segway, yeah, if that's what it's called, a Segway. So I'm super excited. You all are coming along. They also have others. They also have like skating bikes, skating shoes. If you also want to skate around, you can rent them here. So yeah. Hi Vivian.
Hola.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you excited about today?
Very, because it's actually my first time, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm so happy.
We are both so happy. We can't wait to learn and
Honestly, Essay has been so much fun. Like, it's been back to back, but the fun has been non-stop. And today is just another one, after which we have more lined up. So guys, don't go anywhere. This is the channel to be at, okay?
So he's our tour guide. He's going to do some lessons with us and also explain how this machine works.
So first thing that we have to do, our hands must be here on the handlebar. Step on, make sure that your feet are in the middle of the mat, not too forward, not too back. Always keep them in the frame. Yeah. The machine, you just need to lean forward with your body straight, so you go forward. Slow down, we lean back.
Do you lean back with the machine or you lean back with your body?
No, it's you with your body.
With your body?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So the more you fall forward with your body straight, faster it goes. Yeah, so you slow down, you just need to hold back.
The first person, I'm giving my first try.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, your waist must come close to the back. Yeah, your
This is a fun activity to do here in South Africa. This is so fun. It's so easy to learn. Everybody can ride the Segway. It's my first time, and I must say I'm having the amazing time of my life. Hi, what is this? Fish. Oh. So we are currently here for a short break, and that was so much fun. I fell earlier on, I don't know if you saw it, but I crashed Vivian mistakenly, and yeah, but this was so fun. Wow, and the view here is so amazing. Wow, just look at this. tour guide for some time. How long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years. Do you like your job?
Yes.
You like it?
I like it.
You have like a gold teeth here.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a rich man though. He has a gold. He has gold in his teeth. It's only rich people who can afford gold though. That was just by the way. So guys, this place is beautiful. Let's hear from my friends their experience. How was it?
It looks very scary.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool. Okay. Hi, Sassy. How was your experience?
It was lovely. I had such a good time. First time, and I killed it.
You killed it. Yeah, you killed it. So let's say Vivian. Hi, what's your experience?
It was so much fun. I want to do this again. Like, I had an amazing time. Even though we bumped into each other at some point.
Yeah.
But it wasn't so bad.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer. How was your experience? Amazing. I loved it. Hi, Anita. How was your experience? You don't know. What do you mean by you don't know? So Anita has been scared the entire time, but then she managed to come here with us, which is exciting. You see how everybody reacts to this activity differently. So for somebody like Anita, she's not used to all this giddy adventure, but I am used to it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this vlog, and I hope you've enjoyed riding with me. So they are like a group of people surfing around here. I don't know if you can see them. And this is beautiful. So far this has been so amazing. Thanks to the South African tourism, this experience has been worth it, like from day one till now. I hope you've enjoyed so much from my videos. If you missed them, please go back, watch them, enjoy, and let me know what you think. We are here riding, in fact gliding the Segway. The Segway, and it's been so fun. Yeah. So we are about to enter the tunnel. So we are going back just as we started from. So the beautiful part is from here you get to see the stadium. This brings us to the end of this vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed this, as much as I enjoyed showing my experience. Until next time on my next video from South Africa, Durban, I want to say thanks for the support. I love you all as always. Kisses.
back again, Charlie. We are back again. We are back again. We are back again, guys. You're back again, Charlie. Guys, I hope you're doing amazing. I am super excited. I'm currently in Durban, South Africa. Guys, South Africa has been on my list. It's amazing how like you create content and you're like, oh, are people even going to watch? It's amazing that people are actually watching me and eyes are on me. Like, guys, I feel super blessed. Like, I literally want to cry right now. We got here yesterday and it's been so surreal. Guess what? Your girl has a tag! What? Guys, so I tweeted something yesterday and I said, if this isn't God, I don't know what else it is. So let me give you guys a backstory, right? I sincerely want to cry. I hope I don't tear up. I sincerely hope I don't tear up. So I received a DM on Instagram from a rep and she was like, oh, hi, I want to send you an email. And I just responded. I was like, okay, here's my email. And she sent me an email and she's like, oh, you've been selected as one of the few content creators to come experience Africa's travel in Durban 2022. So initially when the email came, I was like, oh, maybe it's a scam. But after all, what do you lose? Let me follow up. I followed up and boom, I am in South Africa. Thank you so much, South African Tourism Board. Thank you so much, Africa's in Durban, like Travel in Durban. Thank you to the team. Thank you to Travel SA for this opportunity. It's amazing that I am the only female travel vlogger that has been invited. In fact, we are two. It's me and Wedembaya. Like, who would have thought? Like, I'm out of words. I'm sincerely very happy, and thanks so much for the opportunity. I also want to say that this is just the beginning to greater things to come. I'm so happy. I want to cry right now. So let's talk about how I had the visa before coming to South Africa. So Ghanaians require visa from Ghana to South Africa, so I applied through the VFS. She sent me an invitation, my ticket and other documents which I attached, paid an amount of 300 and something, 340 cedis at the VFS office. Then I applied. So after a week, they sent me a text that my passport was ready for pickup. I went and boom, I have the South African visa. So that's how I was able to get the South African visa here. After today, I'm going to be sharing with you amazing videos from South Africa, to be precise, Durban. I'm really happy. I've been smiling, like my cheeks even hurt out of smiling. Like, God has been good. If this isn't God, like, what else and to you all that support me, I want to say thank you so much. I'm super excited. So let's rewind how the whole trip started from yesterday. Let's go right into the video. Guys, I'm super excited. Guys, I haven't been to the airport to see this crowd, and guys, like everywhere is busy. I'm super excited. I am going to South Africa for the very first time, and of course you all are coming along. I can't travel without you. You know you're my best friend. You know you're my sweetheart. You're my partner. You're my Charlie. So let's go. I'm here. I came very early. The flight is at 10:50 and check-in ends at 9:50. So I'm here early. It's 7:35 and I'm going to check in. I was hoping to get more pictures like with nobody in the background, but it looks like I have to do with what I have. Everybody is traveling. Where are you all going? Like, where are you all going? So yeah, I'm about to check in and take you along. So let's go. Guess who I saw? So, you know the funny thing, when the list came in, and because he usually uses Wodemaya, I
had forgotten his name. He's called Akon. So I look at the name and I was like, Akon, who is Akon?
It's what am I?
And I'm like, I know Akon, but I didn't know the bed hold. Not knowing that that's his real name.
You're exposing me, eh?
So if you all want to know his real name, he's called Berthold Akon.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's part of the theme, and I'm super excited. Are you excited?
Of course, I'm excited. You know why? Because I'm traveling with Stella Chanelli. The energy alone on this trip.
I will transfer my energy a little bit to you.
Please do so.
Yes.
What am I? It's a celebration.
This is the first time I came to Ghana. Also, in your inspiration, I'm making documentaries about
I'm sure with the Maya is so used to this now. So the immigration is really packed. Like we are in a very long queue, and yeah, Steven, say hi to Steven. Steven is Wadamaya's videographer and editor.
What's up, everyone? This is Tickets.
So yeah, this trip is really going to be fun because the whole crew is on this trip, and I'm super excited you all are coming along. So they just gave us socks, toothbrush, and Pepsodent or something. Yeah. About to start the trip. It's currently very cold here, and so we're about to set off, and of course you guys are coming along. It's now 10:35. We should leave in the next 10 minutes, and yeah, I'm super excited. It's my first time. Welcome to South Africa. I'm currently here, super excited. Good weather. I'm sure it's about 6 a.m. now. I'm super excited. So the final destination is Durban. So we're going to pick our baggage and head to the domestic. Yay! I'm sure you can tell from my face I had been sleeping, but I had just like 3 hours, 4 hours sleep. And yeah, Maya is way behind there. How was the trip?
It was very good, but it's so funny. The moment we started in the plane, I started sleeping. I didn't eat, I didn't drink any water. The last thing that I heard was, we are about to land. Can you take off your clothes and put it under the seat?
Look at him, and the way the aircraft was so cold, he didn't even carry what's it called, a jacket.
No jacket.
Yeah, but this is how it looks like from here. Here is nice. This is how it looks like from here. I think their airport is beautiful. I'm waiting for Maya. Maya is like way behind. So yeah, this is a good welcome, and I'm super excited. Like anything that has got to do with like traveling, airports. Well, people say they don't like traveling, they don't like the airports, but I love it. Like the mere fact that you are seeing a new country, the mere fact that you are seeing somewhere different alone is like, it's exciting. And the fact that I am here, invited, wow, like who would have thought? Like I literally want to cry right now because I'm really, really, really happy, and I'm blessed, and I want to say a big thank you to our hosts, and I'm super excited. Yeah, so let's go. As soon as I settle down, I'll give you food. This airport is one of the busiest airports in Africa, and also one of the biggest, so I can understand. We've been walking. We have still not gotten to our gate, our domestic gate. Wow.
Yeah.
How many times have you been here?
This is the third time I'm using this airport.
And how does it feel being back?
Nostalgia. South Africa always lives in my heart. Anytime I come here, it feels good to be back in SA, man. It's just that I'm hoping that they'll give me good food, not pap and they call it pap and meat.
So if you don't know who Wadamaya is, please just head to his channel right now. Yeah, head to his channel.
Yeah, man, how are you?
You see, just when I mentioned his name, somebody recognized him because he's wearing a nose mask. So if you don't know who he is, please head to his channel. He's doing amazing, and we are going to be together the entire trip. So I'm super excited you all are coming along. We are about to board. The airport is really big, and I must say I'm really impressed. So we are about boarding to Durban. Just got my bag and I'm about to leave Durban to explore the city with you all. So they have arranged a pickup for us, so I'm sure our names will be there. We are yet to meet them and leave to the town to see what Durban is. This feels surreal. Thank you so much, South African tourism. Thank you so much, SA. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to experience everything. Like, guys, I'm taking you I'm sharing every bit of everything with you. I'm not leaving anything behind because this one dear.
It said it was cold when we get here and
it's very warm.
Hot, nice and hot.
Yeah.
So.
Meet AJ. AJ, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, and it's very hot now. I think it's time to remove my jacket. We're currently here about to have lunch, and the place is called Circles. And of course, you guys, you know I said I was going to take you everywhere. This is my passion fruit.
Like banana with peanut butter.
Does it taste good?
Very good.
And this is your meal. Yours came earlier. Oh, this is nice.
It looks nice. I hope it tastes.
Cheers. Cheers. So this is my meal. I'm having prawns with mashed potatoes. And this is so far, my meal was a good choice. Like, I don't regret it at all. This is really good, especially when I added the lemon to the prawns. It gives it a different unique taste. This is Africa's Travel in Durban 2022. Good morning from South Africa. Good morning from Durban. Good morning, guys. Today is the conference day. I'm super excited. The main reason why we are here. And guess who is here with me?
Because I'm so happy. I've missed Stella so much. It's been 2 years.
The last time was when she was in Ghana.
Yes. So we're here for the Africa in Durban conference.
Period. So we are already late. We are going to catch the bus to the conference ground, and I'm super excited. Oh, the lighting is here.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, so I'll catch you when I get there. I love you. One of the main reasons for coming to South Africa is to attend the Africa's Travel in Durban, which is one of the largest tourism marketing events in Africa's calendar. This is how I look for the exhibition. It's from Katie. Oh, Katie, oh, thank you so much for this beautiful outfit. I'm looking so cute. Guys, let me know in the comment section if I look cute, because I feel so cute. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Africa's tourism in Durban is an important gathering which over the next few days will witness the collective effort of rising together against the West faults. For us as KwaZulu-Natal, this travel in Durban is a welcome boost as we emerge from the recent devastation of floods that affected especially eThekwini, but also all.
This event showcases the widest variety of Africa's best tourism products and attracts international buyers and media all across the world.
And this is the essence of the African Travel in Durban. It is a proudly Pan-African show, and as a continent we are unique. We're a unique blend of culture, heritage, nature-based rural and urban experiences that make Africa a rich and varied all-year destination with a unique history of courage, resilience, and historic sites that tell of our advancement.
After the main event, we had the privilege to meet exhibitors in South Africa and beyond. We had exhibitors from these categories: accommodation, tour operators, game lodges, transport, online travel, luxury products, hidden gems, and others to showcase all their products. Guess who I just saw?
Sassy Funke, the incredible one, you know, the amazing content creator, Nigerian, badass. Okay, it's okay now.
How has it been so far? How has the experience been so far?
No, it's great. It's really great to have a lot of sort of like African businesses coming together to promote Africa. And I love the fact that if you heard the minister, she was talking about how we need to tell our own stories, right? How we project Africa is important, and we need to be the ones doing that in the best way, shaping our world. So far I'm loving it. I'm super excited.
All right. So there are a lot of companies here. There are a lot of exhibitors here. And I only thought it was South African companies, but no, it's all over the world. Lots of airlines. I saw Emirates and I saw South African Airways. So it's amazing. You get to meet the people directly, speak to them, and check out the way forward. So I'm super excited you all are coming along. Let's see the exhibitors are here and let's see what they also have.
heart of the city. You get the energy and the vibrancy of the city centre. We have amazing facilities, amazing rooms, dedicated for a broad range of the market, so from couples to families, because we have large suites, so great for families that want to stay with us.
Software to manage the hotel, lodge, resort.
Oh, okay.
We basically have all of these different programs. So it's one stop for everything.
Yes.
You traveled Emirates?
Yeah. I went to Cote d'Ivoire recently and I went through Emirates.
Okay.
The last time was my first time in Dubai.
This is amazing. This is my first exhibition. This is my first time in South Africa. This is my first time experiencing something like this. I was able to speak to a lot of exhibitors, a lot of resorts here in South Africa. Fingers crossed to see if this is going to land me my next travel deal. Fingers crossed. But then, yeah, there are a lot of resorts that had stands. I spoke to them. So I'm also hoping to extend my stay so that I can see Cape Town, since Cape Town is not part of the itinerary. But then if I do, I mean, I'll share my experience so you get to see. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you think this is a good initiative. Let me know in the comment section if you think you would come to South Africa next year to come experience this. This is just day one, and this brings us to the end of day one. I hope you enjoyed watching this video.
Hi Jennifer. Hi AJ.
Hi.
So I want to know the reason why you chose me among others.
You guys are doing good work. It means you're doing great work. And your name is popping up somewhere.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my goodness, I want to cry right now. Like, I've been so emotional yesterday. I'm like, I want to cry. I'm like,
I know when you got the email initially, you still had that, is this real?
Is this real? Yeah, even I sounded like that, right?
Yeah, that's how it sounded. But you're doing good work.
But your
You're doing
content
great
is
work.
also organic.
Thank you.
And it shows your zest for travel.
Aww.
And then your energy is infectious.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Jennifer is with South African tourism based in Nigeria, same as AJ and nice to meet you,
right?
Hi from South Africa.
Hi from Durban.
Hi Vivian's fan.
Wow, this is amazing. Like, I've always wanted to ask her why she chose me. Remember I said in my video, she sent me an email and we took it from there. So I'm like, I really wanted to ask her why she chose me. And it's more of the energy, the smiles, the organic content, the enjoying the travel lifestyle. Oh my goodness, this means so much to me. Ah, wow. So we made new friends here. There's a fortune teller telling the lady about her future. Is it something you would do when you find yourself in another country? I sincerely don't believe in the ancestors and all that. I'm Christian and I don't believe in those things. But if you were here, would you go for your future to be told by a stranger? Let me know in the comment section if you think you would have. So it's time for lunch and we are here at the conference center about to have lunch. This is what I'm having together with fruits for dessert. So, and of course I forgot to add that I also have tea. Since I came here, I've been having a lot of tea here and it feels so good now. So about to have lunch. What is happening is we're going to have lunch and continue the city tour. So I hope you are enjoying the vlog as much as I'm enjoying being here, as much as I'm enjoying documenting my entire experience. You see the fortune tellers I mentioned earlier on, right? Sasifunke is about to go and see her, and I just asked her one question. What if you go there and she says your husband is not meant to be your husband?
I don't believe this thing. So for me, it's just pure jokes, right? That is our one now. Me, I know my husband, my husband. So whichever one she said, she's doing it for herself.
Okay, so I will be on the standby just to vlog her experience.
But if I have nothing
what type of healing?
What's happening when healing?
Yeah, like no, I mean what type of healing?
I do consultations, readings, and healing, spiritual healing, traditional ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it's readings then, because I don't have anything I want to heal, right?
Yeah.
So how does it work in terms of payment?
Okay, you can just pay everything that you have.
A donation, right?
Yes, for donation. And then I throw the bones, and it depends. If the spirit says I mustn't throw the bones, then I do the reading through spiritual realm.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be afar then. I'm just sitting here waiting for Sasifuke, and this is what is happening. She's whispering into the lady's bowl. She is shaking it now. I don't want to be close because it's very private. So how was it?
Alright, so I just got it was like bone reading. She had bones in there. I won't lie to you guys, this thing was so accurate. What I mean, at the beginning I was like, okay, because she asked a few questions, and I thought, okay, she was leading from what I said. Okay, but she got very specific with regard to like work, with regard to the kind of life I have.
Like I'm literally shaking for her.
No, I was shaking, and as she was telling me this thing, and after she finished, she was like, do you have any questions? I was like, I wasn't expecting this. Like, I'm very, not that I don't believe in these things, I'm just very like, whatever,
yeah, like indifferent.
But she was so accurate, and she told me some things that I should expect in the future. That's a bit scary.
So Vivian is also gone to have her readings. When she comes, she will share her experiences too. How was your experience?
It was so accurate, Stella. I'm shook. It was so accurate. Like, she was so on point. I don't want to share, but she was just on point with a lot of things. And it just got me thinking.
Were they good or bad? Good.
I would say it's a good thing. It's a good thing because now I can release myself from whatever it is.
So guys, today's the last day of Africa's Travel in Dava, and here with me is Anita. Anita, say hi. Say hello to the team. Say hello to AJ. Hi. Hi Jennifer. Hi darling.
Hi.
Hi Daniel. Hello darling. This is my photographer. He's been taking pictures of me and Daniel too. Hi Wadzemaya. Wadzemaya. Tayo, say hi. So guys, when you see Tayo on the internet, he's so different in person. He's so calm. You're calm and collected, yes, in person. On internet, you look like you're like outgoing, yeah. And hi, Funke, Sasti Funke.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, so that's everyone. We're about to take some group pictures and end this conference. So yeah. Hi guys, we are back again. Charlie, I hope you are doing amazing. While here, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. So my friend and I decided to celebrate her birthday in Côte d'Ivoire, so we plan to stay for 8 days. In this vlog is a summary of all our experiences from cost to the entire stay in Côte d'Ivoire. I hope you enjoy watching this video with us. Let's go right into the video. So let's start with the flights. The flight cost us $410, which we bought about 3 weeks before the travel day. So the weather is clear and yeah, this is him. We have
company. I mean, it's good to have mates. Oh, Jonathan!
Hello.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for picking us. Our friend from uni called Jonathan, who lives in Côte d'Ivoire, picked us up from the airport.
Tell us everything about Abidjan. Everything we should know.
Everything, there is a lot of things to say about Abidjan, but the most beautiful things here is like we're free, there is a lot of space to enjoy, food, venue.
Ooh, I can't wait to try the food.
Everything that you can imagine.
Yep. So we had drinks together and ended up at a place called Blue Coast, where we had some good acheket and tilapia with fried plantain called aloko here.
Industry.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers to the good life.
Okay, so yeah, this is very close to like Star Beer in Ghana, and it's good. It's not so sour, it's sweet and sour at the same time. This is good. So Celia and the family are serving us with this delicious meal. This is how they'll be overfeeding us here in Abidjan. The second day, we woke up very early to hike the forest in the middle of the city. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sydney.
Hi, guys.
So, Sydney, where have you brought me to?
This is Parc National du Banco, Abidjan.
Okay.
We just about starting our hike.
We are going hiking today.
We're gonna do 20 kilometers of hike. Someone is gonna have them walking.
I'm super excited. Guys, I'm so happy I met someone here who lives here, and he brought us to this place. He picked us from our Airbnb, and I'm super excited. I mean, I'm going hiking here, and at least you get to feel something different here in Abidjan. The weather is a little calm, it's a little cloudy. I pray it doesn't rain. I'm super excited. You all are coming along. You're coming along. What happened? What happened? What did he say? Thank you. You know what's here? So I didn't come with hiking shoes, so he got me some running shoes. Oh, Sydney, thank you so much. That's so cute of you. So yeah, we're about to go and you guys are coming along.
This forest is called the Parc National du Blanco. We hiked together with Sydney and his friends. We had an amazing time. The only thing is we hiked for about 11 kilometers, which was really stressful for a trip like this, but it was worth it.
Whoa, they are so huge. You can show them.
Okay, another one. Wow. On 3. Are you ready? Yes. Ready?
No wonder they are big. They get
ready
bread every time.
1, 2, 3.
This guy tried to kill me today. Hey, how many kilometers have we done? Check.
At least you've
Guys,
about 11
more than
kilometers.
started more than what?
We've done about 11 kilometers.
11 kilometers, guys. If you know what 11 kilometers is, you understand the pain I've gone through. This guy tried to kill us, but then we didn't die. We ended with a beautiful view of seeing this big catfish. I have never seen this catfish this big. The ones we eat in Accra are usually very small, so it's beautiful. Sydney, even though you tried to kill me, thanks for bringing us here.
Welcome.
Yeah. ended up having a chicken and fish, just like we had yesterday, and it was so good. We paid for the drinks, which cost us about 4,000
Compare this to the one you had the last time.
And picked an Uber home, which cost us about 400 sefa. This is how our Airbnb looks like. It cost us $65 per night to stay here. Our host was amazing. He bought us pizza and drinks. He really had a conversation with us and made us feel at home. This is the entrance, and our Airbnb host is Moroccan. He's from Morocco. So when you come, you take off your shoes. That explains why the shoes are outside here. And this is how it looks like from here. I really like the space. This is how it looks like. That's a small balcony overlooking Côte d'Ivoire. I like the fact that everywhere you pass in Abidjan has water, as you can see from the top here. That's how it looks like. And yeah, I've really enjoyed my time here. This is how the hall looks like from the small balcony. Yeah, let's go to the kitchen. So when we came, he said we could take anything we want, and I think that's so sweet of him. He got us pizza yesterday. This is how it looks, and he literally has everything. So he also mentioned that whenever we needed to wash our clothes, there's a laundry person here. So yeah, here has been so comfortable. Like the fridge is even stocked like with stuff. The only thing we bought was oranges yesterday, which we haven't. I don't know what we are going to do with it. The space looks like I've really had a good time here. And yesterday we were here chatting with the Airbnb host. He was so sweet. Like, I really like him. Anytime you come to Abidjan and you want to spend some time here, I will gladly recommend this place. Look at my bag. I've packed. What do you think about this place?
You told me that today is my birthday. Anyway.
By the time they watch it, it's past.
Okay. This place is very nice. We highly recommend 5 stars. Yeah. The host is very sweet and the space is nice. It's in a quiet neighborhood. No noise, no
It's
very
easy to locate.
With
Yango.
Yango.
Since I came, we've been using